Truck Series lovers will be treated to a thriller at the track known as the Tricky Triangle. The drivers are ready to go. How about Christian Eckes in the
in our lives, we're grateful for your love and your goodness and your mercy that surrounds us daily. Be with these drivers, teams, officials tonight. Bless every night body with a safe night of racing. Lord, I pray for the fans that are here tonight, Lord, that they would have many great memories. And Father, as always, we remember the men and women of our armed forces and first responders, both here at home and abroad. We ask you to be with them and their families, keep them safe. May your peace and your presence surround us all. In Christ's name, amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania native Robin
USA.
Schneider.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well done. And we say good evening on this Friday. I'm Jamie Little,
What's up, everybody?
joined by Phil Parsons and Michael
Thanks for the
Waltrip. So
American
happy to have
flags.
you joining us. Big night at Long Pond, Pennsylvania. And I just mentioned it, Phil. 3 races to go before we're racing for a championship. There's a lot on the line for a lot of these guys who want to lock themselves in.
Baseball
without a
Braves,
doubt. We
that's
start
right.
out at Daytona in February.
Welcome
Those
in,
guys
everybody.
want to be one of those 10 that make the playoffs. Let's take a look at our playoff standings here. We already have 4 guys that are locked in. You see them because they've won races this year. You see Tom Majeski, such a huge edge right now. He can even lock himself in today without a win, but that's where it's going to get interesting, down below Tom Majeski. Let's look closer to this bubble line down here. You see Tyler Rankin 47 above. We thought that was pretty safe. Well, Taylor Gray lost 34 points just in his last race alone after a bad finish, so he is not secure. You see the cut line. You see Tanner Gray 14 points above the cut line. We've had 180 points left over these 3 races. Anything can happen. Daniel Dye with a great second-place finish, gained 23 points last time for the cut line, so it's definitely doable. You see Matt Kraft and Chase Purdy, they're probably in a must-win situation, but it's going to be fun to watch.
Well, Michael, it's always fun to watch when we come and race at Pocono. And last year's race, I'm telling you, that was a barn burner, as we say, all the way down to the last lap.
Yeah, and from lap 1, by the way, Jamie, on the initial start of the race, these guys got crazy, and that's what you're going to see here. That front straightaway is so long and flat, you can't see through the other trucks. They go at the front, but they don't go back in the field. Look at the contact made back there before they even take the green flag. You think they'll settle down now, right,
truck
Phil?
is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
The watermelon.
No. When they get to turn 1, they're going to dive on and take them 3 and 4 wide. This place is notorious for big runs down this front straightaway, big drafts. And the finish of the race, that was lap 1. And the finish certainly didn't disappoint either. Kyle Busch with a big run off turn 1. He's able to get to the inside of Corey Heim. But look, he didn't clear him yet, but he was able to keep control of that truck, drive off turn 3, and go to victory lane. What an amazing drive. Pocono, the Truckee Triangle, never disappoints, I can promise you that.
Did you say the Truckee Triangle?
That's what it is tonight. That's what it is tonight, the Truckee Triangle.
I love that. What a moment it was for Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch Motorsports getting win number 100. Of course, they have turned into Spire Motorsports, so no KBM racing and winning here tonight. Well, the tranquil Pocono Mountains are going to roar to life when we drop the green flag. Coming up next from Long.
All right. Appreciate everybody being here. Thanks so much for you coming in. Hit that like button for us. We're bringing you live coverage of the, what is it called? The CRC Brakleen 175 here from Pocono Raceway. Billy gifted that 1 membership. Thank you so much, Gifty. Appreciate that. Gifted 1 membership, Billy. Appreciate that, buddy. And who gets it? Let's see who gets it. Chris Holston, awesome. Thank you so much, Billy, for that gifted membership. We appreciate you. But let's see people in the chat here. Chris gets the membership. Carl, what is up? Jack says Little Jack picks Ben Rhodes. Ooh, look at that one. Cyrus, what's going on? Carl, what's up? How are you doing? Karen Lee is here as well. Billy Vose, yes, sir. Suzanne, what's going on? Daniel Mixon, McKean, what's going on? What are redeems today? They are, I don't think I have them on. I need to change that really quick. Let's see here. Who else here? Cole Trickle, what's up? Brawny, what is going on? Jojo, hello. Daniel Berry, what's going on? Happy TGIF to every single buddy out there. Matty F here. Cam Bryan Explosion Context, what's going on as well earlier in the thing. David Thomas, DJ Limo, and everybody else that's been hanging out all day. Appreciate everybody being here. We're going to bring you the live audio of the Craftsman Truck Series race, and we're going to have a good time here on the channel. So I hope you guys are ready for some fun. Let's take a look at the lineup really quick. Christian Eckes, qualifying was canceled, so this is the lineup on the points. So Christian Eckes, Corey Heim, Raj Caruth, Tyler Ankrum, Daniel Dye, Ty Majeski, Ben Rhodes, Grant Enfinger, Nick Sanchez in 9th, Stuart Friesen in 10th, Tanner Gray 11th, Jake Garcia 12th, 13th Matt Mills, 14th Ty Dillon, 15th Matt Crafton, Chase Purdy 16th, 17th Lane Riggs, Connor Mozak in 18th, Taylor Gray in 19th, 20th place Braley Curry, 21st Zane Smith. He's doing double duty this weekend. Dean Thompson, 22nd, 23rd, Spencer Boyd, 24th, Lawless Allen, 25th, Timmy Hill, 26th, Chris Wright. I like that paint scheme this week. And then there's the Melon Man, Ross Chastain in 27th because of the qualifying, the way it was rained out. So he gets in the back of the pack. What is this? No, we don't want to win that. We don't want to win that. Go away. Thank you. Let's see what else here. Luke Freehouse, Mason Massey, Brett Holmes, Thad Moffitt in 31st, Mason Maggio in 32nd, Sage Kerm in 33rd, Brian Dutzalt in 35th, 35th, Stephen Malozzi, and Justin Carroll in 36th. So there is your lineup tonight for the truck race. We appreciate you. We haven't had a truck race in a good little bit, so appreciate the ones that have been here. We're here for a whole full weekend of NASCAR for you guys. Tomorrow we'll be bringing you the NASCAR Cup Series qualifying and practice tomorrow morning, and then also the Xfinity race after that. So Make sure the streams will be up for that later on tonight. And then after this game, later on tonight, we're going to be doing some Atlanta Braves baseball against the San Diego Padres. So to pronounce Luke's last name is Fenhouse. All right, thank you so much, Fenhouse. Appreciate that, Brawny. Raven, what's going on? Says, let's go, Chastain. And no in-car cameras, no. This is a Fox thing. So
weather so far
what's up, Chris
looking
D?
good. We had a little sprinkle earlier, but things are looking awesome, especially for the Watermelon Man.
Thank you for
Ross
subscribing,
Chastain back in
BMT.
the
Appreciate
field,
that.
a winner already this season, the only Cup star in the field, starting 27th tonight. Let's now
up,
go
Max?
trackside
What's
to
going on, man?
fire those engines.
Thank you, buddy. Good stream this afternoon. I was watching.
This is the moment you have all been waiting for. Please welcome the president of CRC Industries Americas, Stephen Drake. Drivers, start your engines!
Let's go. Sprinkle, sprinkle, drizzle, drizzle. That's right. Lone Wolf, what's up? Good to see you.
Let's take a look now at our Craftsman starting lineup. Qualifying rained out earlier, so Christian Eckes by the metric will start on pole with Corey Heim outside front row. Behind him, Grant Enfinger.
Keep hitting that like button for us. Appreciate everybody coming in. Hit that like button. See if we get to 100 likes on a truck stream.
A couple guys that have
it's been a bit.
Been knocking on the door of a win. Daniel Dye with that runner-up
finish.
Tom Majeski with 2 second-place finishes.
Yeah, no cameras.
Chase Purdy's in the lineup. There's Nick Sanchez, Stuart Friesen, that's in the top 10.
Awesome, Carl.
There you see Tanner Gray, Jake Garcia, just outside the top 10. These guys are all going to be battling up front.
No
all
cameras.
Day long.
This is Fox, unfortunately.
Hey, how about we try to talk to Ross Chastain, starting back in 27th position. It'll be fun to watch him.
Go Phillies. What's up, Jeffrey?
Hey, Ross, it's Michael Waltrip and the Fox team. Do you copy?
Hey, Mikey, I gotcha.
Well, I was just telling the viewers at home that it's going to be fun watching you carve your way through this field. What's your plan? 3 wide on the first lap, or just whatever it takes in that Maryland Melons truck of yours?
A Watermelon Man.
Yeah, Al Neese gave me a really pretty Mardell Watermelon Chevy here, Mikey, and I don't want to tear it up on lap 1. There's not many laps, but there's enough to be a little patient. So probably a little space down to turn 1, and then we just go race. But yeah,
what is he in the? I don't even know what number he is.
Up last year, and I almost did on the start. We're starting back here, so we don't want that. So a little space to get going, and then we go race.
Let me see those
45s.
Sorry, 45s in the chat.
Only former Pocono winner in the Truck Series in the field tonight. Let's say hello to the reporters covering all the action, Josh Sims and Amanda Busick. Good evening, everybody. Amanda.
Hey, Jamie, and while we know the conversation has been on Christian Eckes and Corey Heim this season, I asked last year's Rookie of the Year, Nick Sanchez, where he fits in this discussion, and he said, with our 2 wins on the season, we have proven that we can be faster than these guys, but it is my aggression that gives me an edge over those 2. Well, he's starting 9th tonight. We will have to see that out of Nick here at Pocono, but one of the feel-good stories coming off of Nashville was Daniel Dye finding his first career
at that race
top 5
in Nashville. It was fun that night.
Interview, he talked about his confidence. He told me today that while the recognition from that was cool, the self-validation was better.
I'm going Corey Heim for the win, y'all. Corey Heim for the win.
Said that they are so close to that first win, so close to making the playoffs, and he could do both tonight in a matter of 2 hours. Josh?
Well, an already frustrating season for Lane Riggs got worse today during practice. He lost control coming off turn 1, hit the wall. As a result, they went to a backup truck, the team just getting through tech, as that was a whole process to get that backup truck ready to go tonight. For Lane, he was frustrated, he was upset, he apologized to the team, and for him, he doesn't have any starts here at Pocono in any series and didn't get a chance to practice, so the first part of this race is going to be just a learning process for that 38. Hayden. He's a guy that at this point needs a win to get into the postseason.
Fortunately, the trucks are not with the NBC program, and they don't have any cameras or in-car cameras
right now,
or nothing.
He's 54 points below the
yes,
cut
we'll
line.
do the, oh, I forgot to put the 3. Yes, we'll do the 3 on the 3.
He said, hey, we're going to have to try some things. We're going to have to get off strategy. We're going to have to do something different to give ourselves a shot
Lap
at
3,
getting
we're
a
going to
win
honor
to
Dale
keep that
Senior.
streak alive. So keep an eye on how the 88 team handles this race, and we see if Crafton gets.
I didn't think they'd get this race in, but they're going to.
I see what you did there, Josh. Lot to watch tonight, no doubt. Michael, how about the Craftsman track
70 laps, so 35 laps is halfway.
Waltrip getting
Couldn't
all
call
the
this
script
race
with you
if
here.
it
Look
rained.
at this racetrack. Each turn, different banking, straightaways, all diversely different. A lot of speed too, Phil. Upwards of 185 miles an hour as they head down into turn 1. That's why they call this place the Tricky Triangle. It's tough to get a hold of. Lane Riggs, and that backup truck's going to have his work cut out for him.
Yeah, let's take a look at our race analysis. This race is longer than we've ever had here before. 10 extra laps, 70 laps, 175 miles. You see our stage 1's 15 laps.
15 laps for the first stage, 15 for the second stage, and 40 for the third stage.
You see the pit window somewhere between 30 and 32 laps.
There's a rain on Sunday. It looks pretty good for Sunday.
Okay, there's going to be a pit stop in the final stage, and there
Ty
will be a
Ty
pit stop
Dillon
in
or
the final
Crafton,
stage.
let's go.
But the strategy is going to be all over the board. This is what's happened over the last several years here. You see 3 times.
I got 19 Eckes for the win with the Watermelon Man as your dark horse.
We know we're going to have at least 2
I'm going to
pit
go,
stops,
like I
but when
said,
they're
Corey
gonna come,
Heim,
I talked to Jeff
and I'm going
Stankiewicz,
to go
Brandon
Nick
Vickers, Crew Chief. He said, I said, how thick is your playbook? He said, about 47 pages.
dark horse.
He said, because it's dynamic. It changes
Sanchez.
every single lap depending on where you're running, how your competition's doing. We know a lot of those guys around the bubble need those stage points. But if you get to stage points,
Let's
it's
go
going to be hard maybe to
71,
win
Billy
the race
Rose.
if you get to stage
Let me
points
see in the chat who you got winning this thing in the numbers. Let me see your numbers.
There's so much going on
Or
with
members,
those crew
let me
chiefs
see
and
your
communicating with
numbers.
their
Who do you have
driver.
winning
Phil,
this thing?
Throw in weather, by the way. What if we get a shower?
That's 7 other pages of that playbook.
All right, 1 second. I got to sign
2
in really
onboards
quick.
tonight, Phil.
I
we're
forgot.
going to ride along with
1
Tanner Gray.
second.
He's going to start in the 11th. This is the Operation 300 Toyota. 14 points above the cut line coming in here. Extremely important race here for Tanner Gray.
1 second, y'all. Hopefully I can get it right back before the thing here. 1 second. I forgot to sign in on Fox. 1 second. It'll take 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
The MLB All-Star Game, Tuesday.
Green
right, there we go.
flag will drop for race number 14 of the season. That's coming up next from Pocono, Pennsylvania.
All right, the Tricky Triangle from Pocono. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button for us as you're coming in. The Pocono Raceway. And Lee's going the 88. David's going the Watermelon Man. Lloyd's going, let's see, the 19. 71 for Carl. 45 for the Lone Wolf. John's going 77 as well. Lloyd's going Eckes. Billy Bowes is going Caruth. Let's see who else we got. Carl's going to 71. And yes, commercial break. Jamie's going Corey Heim like me. Everyone's like the video and subscribe. That's right. Cyrus going with that Watermelon. Let's keep on hitting that like button, y'all. Trying to get to 100 likes. We're almost halfway to 50. Let's see if we can get there to 100 likes. If you like what you see in here, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We love, or maybe could possibly get to 16,000, 17,000 this week. It's less than 266 subscribers. 266 subscribers away from 17,000. Let's see if we can get close to that this weekend. Did you get the video of Hamlin I sent you, Ray? Did not. Let me take a look. Is it on Facebook Messenger you sent it to me? Was it on Facebook Messenger? I did not. If I did, I do apologize. Let's see here. Sometimes I don't get the alerts on the Facebook Messenger, but let me look. I don't see your name in your comments on Facebook. Oh, let me look on that. Hold on a second. Let me look on that then. 1 second. Let's see here. Previous ones. Let me keep on looking for it, and I will definitely look at it. He was interviewed. Okay, I'll check it out. Great with your fans. CeeLo, I try to be. I try, dude. I try to. Sometimes I miss some stuff, and I do apologize, especially in the chat, too. I'm just here for the show. 71 winning will be cool, though, Cole Trickle says. Pocono, the longest urinal in NASCAR circuit. It's like 90 minutes. Okay, I'll check it out, Ray. Good man, Cyrus. All right, Redeem Braves. That's right, David. We'll be doing the Braves game tonight on our YouTube channel against the Padres. So another late night West Coast game. Dale Jr. is racing at late. Yeah, I saw that announcement there, so that's pretty cool. But appreciate y'all coming in. We'll be bringing the live audio of the FS1 broadcast. And green flag coming up. No cams, no nothing for Craftsman Truck Series.
On race number 14.
Nothing I can do about that.
Warm night. But so far, the weather's holding off, looking good. It's a quick race. We can get it in. How about this? Some Pocono Raceway facts. 8 of 14
8 of 14 races won from the top two starting positions. Average starting position of the race, winner third, 3.9. And Kyle Busch has won 8 of the last 9 races here.
They're not going to win this one. But the remnants of KBM, which is Spire Motorsports.
What happened to Munoz? Sorry from the OK. What's up, Carl?
That's right.
I'm not sure. I saw him in Nashville. We were there right down front when he came across the stage.
On his radio.
And me, Jeff, we got to be smart. We got to be aggressive. Both of them all day long. Get all we get 100% the whole time. Not 105%, not 95%. Let's get 100% all day long and see where the chips fall.
Dofu? Never heard of that.
From the driver,
what is that?
There.
Never heard
Starting
of that,
back
Ray.
in the 8th spot, he was 3rd in practice. They had an issue with the right front. He felt like something was going wrong, pulled off the track. Looked like everything was
tomorrow.
Fine.
The 99 Virginia Crackers.
Jeff Stankiewicz right there.
All right, here we go.
Calling shots.
Who's ready to pull those bolts tight one last time? Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing on a Friday afternoon. Welcome in, everybody.
Here we go, green flag, boogity, boogity,
Pocono.
Here we go, green flag, boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Look at this, though. This doesn't look much different, does it? How many wide are we right now? 3, 4?
At least 4, maybe 5.
And it's all the way
Just
through the
goes
field.
in deep. Heim, not a good start. Him and Ankrum, P2.
Corey Heim lost several positions there from the inside.
Grant Enfinger up on the high side in that
yellow
truck.
Ooh, is that Heim?
Through the middle, down
Heim
to
got
the bottom.
loose.
Just mentioned he lost a few spots. They're battling the 43.
Comes Heim.
Daniel Dye.
Into turn.
Did you hear him right back to that gas? Barely even breathe it. And look that traffic he's in, yet still being able to be that aggressive on the throttle.
It's truck racing time. Green flag.
Pull over, try to block the advance of the 43. How about Tanner Gray jumping to the inside in that 15 truck?
Here we go. Eckes continuing to lead off what he left off in Nashville.
He had to really hang
the
on
first
to that
lap
to keep from bumping into the guy on the outside.
He's pretty good, man. I got a picture with Christian Eckes.
See Matt Crafton leading the inside line down there. Now they're going to fan out around him.
Love that when they come off at turn 3. What turn 4? Remember, this is truly a triangle. Turns 1, 2, and 3. 2.5 miles.
Matt Mills pushing in that 42 truck, the white truck on the bottom here. Top 10 finish at Nashville. Got a little bit of speed here early. Getting a big push from Dean Thompson, isn't he?
There's Ross Chastain was on the
Lap
outside
2
of that
here.
battle.
Eckes, Engram, Majeski, Enfinger, Friesen in 5. I'm now up to 5th place.
That's a different Ross Chastain than I've known.
Do we have any cams? We do not. No cams tonight.
See the 7 there? That's Connor Mozak.
Yeah, I know. He got
disjointed.
disjointed.
That truck for Spire. Coming off his best career finish in the Xfinity Series, driving for Junior Motorsports at Chicago.
He had a great run, finished 6th up there.
Going with Majeski. Good to see Ronnie.
Watch the 11 pull out there. Looks like, was there contact or did he just
looked like he got loose?
Got loose
Third
or
lap
maybe
of
even
70.
some contact.
Let's do it right
never got
here.
out of the throttle.
We honor right here on lap 3. Dale Senior. NASCAR.com will catch up here in a second, but lap 3. We honor you, Dale Senior.
That was an abrupt move.
Lap 3. Let me see those
Lucky to get away with that.
in the chat, y'all.
Corey Heim lost 4
Threes in the
spots
chat.
there. Meanwhile, Ty
Dale
Majeski
Senior.
moved up 3, so he runs 3rd.
Let me see
As
those
this battle here
threes.
between Connor Mozak
As we honor Dale
and 45.
Senior here on
Ross
lap 3.
Chastain.
On every
That's
lap
for the
3.
17th
We
spot.
honor you,
Ross
Dale
already up
Senior.
a bunch of spots.
He's up 10, and here comes Corey on the inside. Majeski up top. I'm going to watch this 9 truck all day long, Phil. He's had a really good practice. His best lap came on his 7th or 8th lap of the race. You heard his enthusiasm, his confidence in that pre-race pep talk. Let's keep our eye on Grant Enfinger.
I believe Grant said this is the best truck he's ever had at Pocono, so really feeling good about what they have. Look at Daniel Dye, duck to the inside, picks up a spot, he makes it 2.
Thank you guys for honoring Dale Sr. Raise you know what, praise you know what.
With the flat nose and the vertical windshield, excuse me, they just punch a big hole in the air, and you're able to take advantage of that and pounce, and that's exactly what Daniel did. 2 for 1 there, Phil.
Yeah, especially when they get side by
So
side.
Eckes has opened up on a second lead on Ankrum.
On these trucks here when they get side by side in front of you.
Man, we're so spoiled with these cams not being on, aren't we?
Confidence is a wonderful thing behind the wheel of a race vehicle, and I think Daniel's got a lot of that right now. That move was certainly evidence of that. There's Corey Heim. We saw that crazy move he made.
Let's get an update on Corey Heim. Amanda.
Replay coming up. You will see that Corey Heim had a little bit of a rough start to this race. I was talking to his crew chief, Scott Simonelli, of what may happen. He said Corey hasn't said anything, but yeah, he was definitely slow to that. But the team has been reminding him, we have the truck to battle tonight and to get back through it. And as you see with some of the lap times with Corey, he is running some of the fastest laps around Pocono right now.
Go Corey Heim, my pick.
Corey Heim in a brand new race truck they brought here. Wasn't thrilled with it right off the truck, but they were able to get that 20 minutes of practice, made some good adjustments, and he seemed pretty happy by the end.
Yeah, it's amazing they can bring a
Picked
brand
Heim
new
in
truck
Nashville,
and in 20
and
minutes
he came
dial
close,
it in.
second place.
I'll tell you who's dialed theirs in again this week. How many laps in a row is that Christian Eckes led? He got them all last week. Here's a gaggle off the tunnel turn there. Crafton on the outside. Ross Chastain trying to get another couple of spots here.
Look at my picture with Christian Eckes.
15th right here, Ross Chastain. We knew this was going to be fun to watch. And, of course, he's not full-time, so with the metric, he had to start way toward the back.
Gunnar Mozak's also
Got
going to
my
try
picture
to
with
make
Christian
the pass
Eckes,
on that
the
Crafton
leader.
counter in that 7 truck. You see him side by side with a bright yellow truck of Crafton.
Christian Eckes continues to lead out front. He's now led in every single race this season. That's just the kind of year he's had.
So good.
See Tyler Ankrum running now in the 2nd spot ahead of Corey Heim. Remember, we
NASCAR,
talked about
great
he's
watch.
the guy that's 6th in points. We don't
Yeah,
talk
it was
about
good.
Majeski because he's
fun.
absolutely going to make the playoffs, maybe even lock himself in
Rose
today.
coming.
But Tyler Ankrum is the guy leading the rest of that pack.
Ankrum. You know what? Ankrum was taking pictures on Sunday out in the galley where all the haulers were, and there was nobody taking pictures with him. Nobody. I didn't get a chance to, but Ankrum, there was nobody over there. They're like begging people to take pictures with Ankrum.
We could see pit stops as early as lap 12 or 13 or as late as lap 27. We don't know how this is going to play out because of the circumstances. What's the weather doing? The crew chiefs are watching the radar.
Thanks,
How's
Lloyd.
my truck running? Is my driver like what he's got? There's so many different variables that'll play into the decisions the crew
Heim
chiefs
has
make
caught
out of that
Ankrum.
playbook you were talking about.
And there's 6 or 8 of these teams that need those stage
Come on,
points. And there's
NASCAR.com.
some that
Give
have
us some
wins that
car
don't
or
necessarily
in-car
need the
cameras
stage
on
points.
these guys.
Or ones like the 11 that have the wins, and they just want all the points.
Exactly. So it's all over the board here. It's going to be fun to watch.
Well, and throw something else into how fast this race is. I mean, 15 laps for stage 1, 15 laps for stage 2. Stage 3 is the interesting part that you talked about, and how it's longer this year. So that's going to mix things up with strategy a little bit there.
Yeah, we just started this
Eckes,
race. and we're
Ankrum,
already
Heim,
halfway
Dye,
through stage
Majeski.
1. It's amazing how quickly they go as Corey Heim made the move.
I did make Danny.
Look at him dive away from
Heim
Tyler Ankrum.
dives
He doesn't want
deep
that air on
into
his
the
truck.
inside.
He dives way to the inside and try to pull back up and make this corner and get that 2nd spot.
I'm going
And,
for
you look just ahead there, that
P2,
Napa truck.
and he makes the move.
Christian Eckes, he hasn't driven away from these two.
Seen a
so I
funny
think Corey
2311 on
Heim completes
YouTube,
this
too,
pass
undercover.
And goes and
Aha.
heats up Christian Eckes.
It'll be interesting to watch the scoring monitor, see how fast Corey Heim is now that he has that clean racetrack.
No, Carbush is not.
Christian Eckes
I
continues to
don't
lead.
know.
Corey
Should
Heim in
say.
2nd, Tyler Ankrum.
Should work.
More from Pocono after this.
All right, we go to a commercial break. Appreciate everybody being here. As, man, I haven't done a Craftsman Truck Series since Charlotte, because I think the race after that was the weekend that they did the same at the Circuit of Americas. No, it wasn't Circuit of Americas. It was in St. Louis, and they ran that one while we did the Xfinity race. And then they were off until Nashville, and of course I was there at Nashville, and now we're back. So what a break we've had for Craftsman Truck Series, but really we've been spoiled, y'all, with the NBC cameras. Nothing to see here today. but the listen into the broadcast. But we appreciate the ones hanging out here with us. We appreciate you guys. Keep hitting that like button for us. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 17,000 subscribers this weekend. So we'll see what we can do. But thank you guys so much. We're going to be doing a Braves game later on tonight from San Diego. And I'll have everybody transformed over there after this is over. If you guys get transformed, please hit the like button on us over there too as well. But thank you guys so much. It's Christian Eckes leading another lap. He hasn't not led a lap in about 3 weeks. He led every lap in Nashville, and Christian Eckes continuing to do his thing here with Corey Heim right behind him. Him 1-2 in the points, and they're 1-2 right here. They were 1-2 in Nashville. These guys, it's going to come down probably to these two cats for the championship. But appreciate you. What series is your favorite? Of course, it's NASCAR Cup Series. That is a lot of people watch NASCAR to watch the boys on Sundays. But there are other versions of NASCAR, divisions of NASCAR, and this is one of them. This is what we do. We do NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series when they're on, when we can. And we do all the Xfinity races and all the Cup races. So Ross up 11 spots to 16. So Ross is coming in 16th spot. The Watermelon Man is coming. I thought about taking Ross, but I thought, you know what? It's going to be hard to pass Corey Heim or Christian Eckes if they're out front. But 11 truck is coming too. He is going after. I'll tell you what, that last late caution in Nashville, if they didn't have to pit, Christian Eckes or Heim would have caught
the battle
Christian
for the
Eckes.
lead is on. Corey Heim was just to the outside of Christian Eckes. He backs
Lap
it down
11,
just a bit with
five to go in the first
in
stage.
stage number 1.
Pretty serious blocking going on that last front straightaway.
Heim has caught Eckes.
I think they were, you see right here how much faster on exit that 11 truck is of Corey Heim. He's really, once he cleared Ankrum, we expected he might just drive up there, take care of Christian Eckes. He's definitely faster right now, especially on exit of the corner. He's able to pin his truck down on the left front better on exit than is Christian Eckes.
Yeah, going around that lap truck may have hurt him a little bit. You don't see he has quite the momentum, but the draft here is so critical. As you can see him drawing up closer to the 19 of Eckes.
See if we can listen to the scanner
between
of
Ty
Heim.
Majeski and Grant Enfinger. The two
Heim is all over
joining
Eckes'
the party.
butt.
Nick Sanchez
And
takes
Heim
a
going
look
to the
inside.
middle, out of the
Look at this battle
turn,
for the lead, side
down
by
the
side.
backstretch,
Can Corey Heim
side
get it
by
done this
side.
time? 4 laps to go in stage 1.
Heim wants that stage point. Let's go,
side.
baby.
We never did that back in the day.
Heim side
Somebody
by
would always
side
give
with
way.
Eckes.
Not anymore.
Oh, he did it.
And Heim, the new leader, y'all. New leader. Oh, here comes Eckes right back.
Christian Eckes fighting back.
These guys are going to wreck each other.
Crossover.
In a nutshell, these two battling tooth and
Ooh.
nail. And this is just stage 1.
You don't think Christian Eckes says, I'll give and cut to pit road right here, do you? Maybe play a
And
little
both of these cars, Heim finally gets the lead on
Maybe coming
Eckes.
to pit road here before this stage ends.
Is he
Look at
back
that.
blocking in a
That's just
Christian
crazy
manner? I
how
don't think
they
so.
just snake their way down that front
They're
straightaway.
all over
we
each
saw
other.
Corey Heim chase down Christian Eckes. He was a second behind once he got by Ankrum. And then in 2 or 3 laps, he just caught him.
Mountain
now.
Billy,
and
what's
Eckes
up? What's
was
up,
able
Jake?
to stay
Good to
with
see
him
ya.
there for a lap. Now Corey Heim opens up 3 or 4 truck lengths on him.
It's wild to look at this race right now when you saw them
3
snaking
laps
down.
to go
it's
in
like
the
tandem
stage.
racing. You had tandems 3 or 4 in
That's
a row
right,
coming down
think
the
and
front
repent.
stretch.
Always brings it.
But a half
Now
second
Heim's
lead now
opened
for
up
Corey
a good little
Heim.
lead, almost a half
look
a
at that.
second
He just
on
big time
Eckes.
better off the corner.
And that's a history right there.
Really, you can
Eckes,
see the
first
difference
lap
on
he
exit.
hasn't led in 3 weeks.
Eckes could fall back into the battle for second. Check out who the fat.
The Xfinity Series just has so many cars, talented people in it.
On that last lap,
19th and 20th.
That's fun.
Fred Holmes down there.
Fred
in
Holmes, the
20th with
fastest on
lap.
the track so far.
There's a battle for the 3rd spot. Ankrum and Daniel Dye. Remember, points on the line. Just 2 laps to go before the end of the stage.
And you talked
What's up,
about
Tony?
Daniel
Good to see
Dye
you.
and momentum and how much he needs these points. This is a great run early on for that 43. It's a little bobbly there. He just needs to ride this out.
2
for a
laps
lap
to go
here, grab
for
those
Corey Heim here in
stage
stage 1.
Daniel Dye just on the outside looking into that cut line, but this team has really turned things around. They are on it as he's battling for the 3rd spot here. Corey Heim continues to lead. through the tunnel turn here.
Coming back to 1 to go in the stage. Remember, pit road is closed. We'll have no pit stops before the end of this stage.
That was
1 to go here.
That was some of the talk, though, Phil.
1 to go
that's
in
one
this
part of the
stage.
playbook we can eliminate.
Yeah, we throw some of those pages out now.
That's right. They were going to pit before the end of the first stage. That didn't happen.
How thick are your books at this point?
It's down to 38.
38 pages,
38
right?
pages.
Started at 47. We're down to 38.
Final lap of stage number 1. Corey Heim continues to pull away a 2.5 seconds now over Christian Eckes. Eckes led 11 of the opening laps. Tyler Ankrum right now back in 3rd. Daniel Dye 4th. Grant Enfinger
It shows
rounds
the
out
cameras,
the top 5.
but you can't look at them. That's
He drove away from Eckes and the rest. What a strong number 11 truck.
Over a 1.5 seconds in just 2 or 3 laps.
What a fun battle it was between the two of them.
This is Corey Heim right here.
Stage win of the season.
Go Ross.
Solid 7 points for Daniel Dye. In this stage, Tanner Gray will get 1 point, so that means a 6-point gain by Daniel Dye on the cut line.
It was Heim time in stage number 1. Can he
Heim
hang
time.
on? And
CeeLo picked Heim time. Short race, 70 laps. That's right. 15 more to go. They're halfway, so if it rains, they can call it. But we'll see what happens. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We are here live with for the Craftsman Truck Series. What's up, Samson? Good to see you. As we're doing a double header here today. Doing the Braves game right after this. This will be our last Braves game before the All-Star break. The All-Star game on Tuesday. And we for sure will be doing that game. Hopefully it's in 3D. If it's in 3D, I'm going to do it. If not, I probably won't. But there will be so many other people doing the All-Star game too. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But appreciate everybody being here. Hit that like button for us. We're almost to 100 likes. We're at 73 likes. So thank you guys for getting us there. Almost to 100. Won't let me add link. It's in the Chicago link 5 days ago. Okay, I'll go back and look. I'll go back and look at that. Thank you for letting me know where it's at. I'll go look at it after the race is over. 15 more laps. If they do call it, that would be crazy. Right, Cole? Isn't that crazy? Like halfway already. But that 11 and the 19, like who else do you think can challenge the 11 and the 19 for the championship? I'd say the 11, the 19, Ty Majeski possibly, and maybe Friesen. Who else do you think will be in the 5 in the championship 5? Who's everyone's pick for the Cup win? I'm going Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin races the 98. Samson's going for the 9. Grant Enfinger. He was on the pole there for Nashville. What's Haley's Deegan's next move? Anybody? To sit on the beach and kind of hang out, I'm sure, for the rest of the year. Lloyd says Hamlin. It's his track. It's a Toyota track. That's why I went full Toyota. Full Toyota, and you can show right now the lone Toyota at the top, and there comes these 3, Taylor Gray, Friesen, and Tanner Gray. Taylor and Tanner Gray and Friesen, the 3 Toyotas together, moving on up as well. Dean Thompson there in 18th. But then you got a bunch of bow ties there in the top 5, except one lone Toyota. But appreciate y'all hanging out. We're no cams today. We can't show the cams. They don't have any cams available. This is broadcast on Fox Sports. Craftsman Truck Series is still a Fox Sports thing, so they do not use NBC.
NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, CRC Brakleen.
Sit on the beach. Great response. Yeah, sit on the beach.
Stage
Chill.
number 1 is in the books. Corey Heim picks it up and some valuable points to go along with it. Well, we've talked about the strategies. I think you guys, I'm seeing steam coming out of your heads talking about what do you do? Do you pit or don't you?
Well, I talked to Scott Zipadelli right before the race started, and he said he felt like they were going to stay out till the end of the second stage. He said, I want all those stage points, but he's sure staying to the inside. No, he is going to stay on the racetrack. I think we get back outside the top 10, and I think, yeah, why not come in and make something happen? And you see Nick Sanchez is going to be the lead truck.
Yeah, comes in and they're not going to get it in tomorrow. They don't have time to do it tomorrow either.
mixed bags.
Unless they ran it like 9 a.m. And here comes the leaders. No leaders staying in.
Now make the race on one more stop.
11 of the 19 stayed in. There's Ben Rhodes.
And come to pit road. So a lot going on pit road.
For the 99 of Ben Rhodes, their decision was to come and pit.
It's now great as a watch along. How do you put the screen up as well?
4 tires, fuel, and they made a track bar adjustment.
This screen right here is NASCAR.com.
Yeah, Josh, we were talking about Nick Sanchez's aggression. You'll see them pitting here in stage 1. That 2 getting the stop procedure done. Said on the track that he feels like he's overheating the right front. That he needs to live
tire
and
loose.
Free up his entry, guys.
Who is that?
Got a tire from. Somebody got away and went all the way across pit road.
That's a penalty.
Nobody hit it there. As we talked about, mixed bag, the top 6 stayed out.
The tire is loose on pit road.
The rest
that
came
is a
down
penalty.
Pit road. 12 total stayed out. We'll see how this all shakes out when we come back. Stage number 2 coming up from Pocono.
All right, so another commercial. Mount Fuji Road Course in Japan is actually owned by Toyota. Most Toyota track on the earth. Awesome. Good stat there, Cole. But we'll see who K's tire lost there, as they're definitely going to get a wave around and get a lap down. Not a wave around, but it'll have to come in a stop and go penalty, I'm sure. Thanks, guys, for last weekend. Had a great weekend in Chicago. We had a lot of good streams. The Cup Series full of rain delays. That was not fun, but we made it work and had fun doing it. So we appreciate you guys for that. So tomorrow, I think it's 11:45. We'll go live Central for NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying. And then about an hour after that, we'll be going live for the NASCAR Xfinity Series race, flag-to-flag coverage on Saturday. So doubleheader tomorrow as well, and then Sunday, the NASCAR Cup Series race. So appreciate y'all being here. Thanks so much. Hit that like button. We're almost at 100 likes. We're at 85, 15 to go. Hit that subscribe if you have new to us. We'd love for you to join our NASCAR community. And what did y'all think of, did y'all check the preview vlog? That's what I got to do. That's what I got to do. Let me do that. Let's, I'm not going to do that yet, because the last time I did that, it flagged. Let's see here. Let me put the link in there for the preview vlog. Pray to the gods of speed that we don't have any rain this weekend. Yeah, so Saturday tomorrow is a 60% chance all day, but we'll see how that goes. Cloudbot, timer, new vlog. Okay, I'll wait for that and I'll play when it comes back. But thank you, everybody, for being here. Early race. I know a lot of people are probably still at work or doing things, but early race for Pocono does not have lights. And tomorrow morning, they would have to run this thing at like 9 or 10 a.m., and they certainly don't want to do that. 10 a.m. would probably be too late. 9 a.m., they probably would have had to run this thing at 9 a.m. tomorrow if they were going to do an all-day thing, but I think they're glad they can get this in. Chicken dinner. I ate 12 chicken fingers. John, wow.
Tomorrow on FS1, it's a star-studded
I just put a link in here. Kenny Wallace talks to Hamlin. All right. I don't think you can put a link in because you're not a mod, but I will definitely take a look at it right as soon as this is over.
On FS1.
I will definitely take a look at it. Thanks for letting me know where to find it.
So we saw that uncontrolled
that is what I love about your
tire
channel, being from the UK.
And we're told that
interactions
was the
and love of your
22
beautiful sport. No judgments.
Mason Maggio.
Awesome.
So we found the home for him there.
All right, Corey Heim.
Meanwhile,
let's go. Let's dominate
as
this
we
race
mentioned,
like
the top
Christian
six
Eckes.
decided to stay out.
Let's win this thing.
6 others in addition to that. So 12 trucks have stayed on the racetrack. So that
top
takes another
12
10 or 12 pages out of the playbook.
If you haven't subscribed,
we still have
make sure
over
you do
20.
that.
And I think what we said before the race is there's going to be mixed playbooks. It's going to be mixed strategies, and we just saw an example of that there. And I would guess the 11 will run to about lap 28. Maybe.
Chicken dinner,
27,
but
28.
no winner.
If he can get to pit road,
Like that.
if
The
he's
22
still a leader,
truck
can get
was
to pit
about
road
what lost the
before
tire. Okay.
the second place truck would
never
get to the
said.
start-finish line, then he can make his pit stop then, but there's not going to be a lot of them, I don't think, that will be able to make the stop on lap 28. They would have to do it on lap 27.
They're choosing, obviously, picking their lanes, and we'll get ready to roll up our sleeves and watch another one of these wild restarts. Here we go.
Let's get some updates from pit road. Josh.
Well, the 91 on Zane Smith was on pit road.
Very good to see you dropping those 45s.
That's because he came over the radio.
CeeLo, where's the watermelon man? He's in 17th spot. He's just above the ticker.
That truck. Well, it turns out he broke a right rear shock, so they were working on that truck. They swapped it out. He's coming back in now to get more tires, and they're going to top him off with fuel as well. But a tough start to this race for Zane Smith.
Zane Smith.
Josh Scotts-Abedelli
something broke on Zane Smith's truck.
They just stage 2 with Corey Heim, but I want to go back to that restart for Corey. Denny Hamlin recently mentioned that while Corey is only 21 years old, he drives like he's 35 years old. How much trust do you have in your driver?
If he's 35, that makes me 60. I trust him. You know, he's so good. Gives great feedback. So focused.
Cameron, good to see you.
Everybody on this.
Let's go 71.
Toyota Pro. It's been flawless all year. We've made our
eating pizza for supper. Sounds pretty good.
We can capitalize on this truck here. It's got really good speed, and try to win both stages and then finish it off with a win.
Phil headed to the end of the stage. Surprised by that?
No, that's what he told me.
I don't know if you saw this on the vlog or not, but
he wanted all the points. Even though he's secure
got a picture with
the 4 wins, knows he's going to make the playoffs, he's still going after the regular season championship. And he's one of those drivers that could potentially have a 60-point day. If he can sweep the stages and win the race, that can be 60 points, and that can go a long way towards closing that gap up on Eckes.
And as fast as he was at the end of that first stage, he's confident.
All right, green flag coming up here. Cole Trickle says, I want people. Nobody worry, I'm finally here. Have I missed anything? Just Corey Heim doing his thing. Boogity, 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 let's go.
Here we go, green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Pushed by Christian Eckes on the outside.
T-Van, welcome in, buddy.
He took the outside. He lost several positions from the inside on the initial start.
Stage 2.
Wow, such abrupt, aggressive move.
Stage 2 already.
To watch, man.
Only doing 50 laps
Daniel
to go
on the
already.
Outside, making the push to take over that 3rd spot, and he does it.
I like Raj. He seems to have some real talent.
Still 3 wide.
It was pretty cool. He was very nice to take a picture with us. Over with Ryan.
Look at Daniel Dye. He's going to try to hang on that outside.
Corey Heim back at the lead. Daniel Dye in 3rd.
He's going to have a chance to do it in 2.
This is a different driver we're seeing this year in Daniel Dye.
Just gets better every week. That race he had at Nashville, taking 2nd, was impressive.
Yeah, that was a career.
Daniel Dye started this green flag in 5th, now up to 3rd.
Confidence growing.
Hey, Teresa dropping that 98
this year, but that one just put the exclamation point on it.
A lot of highlights this season.
You guys would like to become a member? Use those emojis during race. It's 99 cents.
Realizing he can do it and what it's like to run up the front. I love this look right here.
I love the giraffe. That's a snake.
Somebody's smoking back there.
Probably a tire rub, possibly.
Sage Karam, that looks like maybe on the left side. Hard to tell.
I think something's could be under the hood, too.
Yeah.
No, he's got some
letters. Letters on the left rear as well.
Made some contact somewhere.
Sage Karam with a lot of experience at this home racetrack for him in IndyCar, Xfinity. This is his first time in a truck, but looks like he's got himself some issues.
In 4th.
Here
comes
Ankrum in 5th.
Grant Effinger's coming. Grab the 4th spot.
Teresa's boy, 98 Majeski in 6th.
Grab some well-needed stage points at the end of stage 1, and that thing's rolling. Nice momentum through the center there of 3.
You know, I think the extra 10 laps is going to make a huge difference. We talked at the top of the show how a lot of people have made this on one stop. They stop before the end of the 2nd stage.
You're rooting for Corey Heim. Awesome, Ziggy. Me too.
Contact that Sage Karam
finished 2nd in Nashville.
Oh. Was it maybe the 25 of Ty Dillon?
One at the St. Louis race that we missed.
And it seems to have clearanced itself right now. Hopefully the tire doesn't blow
out on him.
How
many laps till they need to pit?
Crash.
Yeah, well, the first 12 cars have not pit, so we'll see what happens.
Taylor parlayed a decent starting spot now, moving up well inside the top 10, trying to grab that 6th spot from Majeski.
Watch this. Here comes Stuart Friesen. While these two argue over space, he'll take them 3 wide. No, he decides to go back up top.
Woo.
And there,
52 tried to put himself between the 15 and the 98. That didn't work.
Stuart Friesen with a great run at Nashville. Started on pole, needs those valuable points. He's one of those on the outside looking in.
Remember,
7 laps to go in stage 2.
In the 19th position.
That is a quick race.
We talk about Daniel Dye and his momentum. What about Matt Mills? He's up inside the top 10 in that 42
4 more likes
truck
to 100. Thank you guys so much. Over 200 of us here. Thanks so much for being here tonight.
You know, I just love that when we see these kids get their arms around it and figure out what it takes to run up front with these guys. I talked last week about, a couple weeks ago at Nashville, about how hard this is. Clint Boyer, Cup winner, runner-up at the Cup Championship out there, just struggling to run the top 10. That's how good these truck drivers are, and it's really cool to see one of them that has struggled a bit get his arms around it and get going.
Well, by far the best opportunity of Matt Mills' career, and good equipment here. The same equipment that 45 of Ross Chastain has, and he's making something happen.
John.
Yeah, full-time for Nice Motorsports. Everything was new to him. A quiet, humble young man. And obviously things are starting to click over the last few races.
He's driving to the bottom of
Millen
Stuart
Head is
Friesen
picking
there
him off. There he's coming, and he 11th place.
Up toward the top 5.
It's going to get a little help. Maybe. No, they're going to all go abandon them here and go to the inside. 4 wide.
Ross Chastain on the bottom. The Watermelon Man, painted like a watermelon
Here
truck.
he comes.
Coming through. Started in the back.
Let's move Ross up into the top 10.
Ross,
trying to
8th
grab
place.
an 8th spot from Stuart Friesen.
You want Alex Bowman in the 48 to win back-to-back, Lee? We'll see. Hit that subscribe. That's right. Melonhead.
3 wide. 6 laps to go in stage
No passes
number 2.
in National
They're
Truck
all
Race in the
chasing
leader. Yeah, at least
Corey
Pocono has at least
Heim
one so
and
far.
Christian Eckes.
I'm glad it's Heim. Ooh, someone's passing Mullerman, the Melon Man here. So Chastain and Tanner Gray are battling for 10th place side by side going down the backstretch. After that, all the way back, single file from 1 through 10. I bet on the 18 car to beat the 99 car. So right now, the 18 is beating the 99. Ben Rhodes is in 15th spot. But thank you guys for coming in. We are not able to watch any in-car cameras or the other ones they have supplied because it's only for NBC broadcasts only. And Trucks has never had... the only time that Trucks has ever had the in-car cameras was when we didn't stream the race. We did the Xfinity race at the same time. Shout out Zoe Dixon. Zoe Dixon, what's up? He says Boyer was racing. Yeah, I got to meet Boyer, Shane Rich, at Nashville 2 weeks ago. It was fun. Got to talk to him for a little bit. I was in his pit when he stalled the car and they had to push him. Alex is pretty good at Pocono. He finished second last year and the year before. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a Toyota race for sure. Thank you, Ronnie West, for becoming a rookie member. Appreciate you. You are now eligible for all the emojis that are ever on the channel. I change those things to you guys all the time. Every stream, like after this, I will change in the Brave stuff after we're done. Thank you so much, Ronnie. Appreciate you. It is update. Yeah, NASCAR.com just takes a little bit to do so. So 4 to go in stage 2. Christian Eckes, is 2 seconds behind Corey Heim. Corey Heim going to here to go dominate stage 2. I did pick Corey Heim in our video. If you haven't checked our video out yet, we release a paint scheme and race preview vlog every week, every Friday. So make sure you check that out. The links in the description are in the stream bot, and it's also on our channel. Make sure you go check that out. Give it a like, give it a comment as well. That always helps the algorithm push it out even more. 3 to go for Corey Heim.
Maybe Majeski would as well, since he's got such a comfortable cushion, but there's Taylor Gray there, Amanda.
He did, because he don't like him either.
Yeah, when I was talking to Taylor Gray earlier,
Taylor Gray in the pit.
We have a truck that can win.
He was one of the 712 that didn't pit.
For them this year, you'll go back to Nashville. He was kind of taken out by Ben
John.
Rhodes, who did admit fault to that. Said that he received a text message from that, and then now as we go to Nick,
and he also blames that pit stop that I was standing there watching.
A slow on the stop for the last pit stop, but really focusing on that right rear.
Awesome paint scheme. Can't just pick one. I know.
Already this year doesn't necessarily need the
I started picking more than one lately.
But I think Taylor Gray, a little bit of a gamble by Jeff Hensley.
2 to go here.
But he feels
Corey
like if
Heim.
he wasn't going to get but 2 or 3 stage points, he's going to have great track position at
then
at
after
the start
these
of
two
the
guys
third
pit,
stage.
then we'll see how fast they are coming
Lane
through the
Riggs
field.
just ahead of Corey Heim, the leader. Lane had a practice crash earlier. Just destroyed his race truck, had to go to a backup.
Go Ross. Ross in P7.
And this is a struggle for him in that
This
backup
pit stop
truck.
at the end of stage 2 is going to
Couple of
make
bad
all the
weeks in a row
difference.
for that 3018.
I know you do, man. You fill it up, bro.
Stage.
Jake, I think Jake goes through it and then he just types them in. He knows which ones already early.
The top 6 stayed out after stage 1. Ross Chastain last pitted the end of stage 1, lap 17. He's up to 7th.
Remember, no pit road is closed right now.
Right there.
Final lap
no
for
more
Corey
pit
Himes.
stops unless they have an issue.
Alex Bowman didn't finish second in both races, but is one of the 2 races he finished
the last
second.
couple of laps run the same time or a little bit better than our leader, Corey Himes. Going to be
lap 30 of
struggling
70.
in traffic right here. That's going to hurt his lap speed, but he's not going to catch Himes anyway.
Come on, Eckes. It's going to come
Just
down
like
to this
that,
pit stop.
Stage number 2
Here's my boy right
in
here.
the books.
There's Caruth.
The battle for a point.
Corey Himes has been tough to beat. This battle continues. This has been good since the drop of the green flag.
That was a nice
You check
run on the
Wednesday.
outside
Yeah,
of the
that's when it
tunnel.
all starts for me.
Holding on to that valuable playoff, or excuse me, stage point that he needs so desperately is Daniel Dye.
There he is. Corey Himes
your
gets
Dark
a green and
Lord.
white checker for the second
What happened to the live cam on this channel? I am your Dark Lord on Fox. It doesn't. They don't allow it. They don't have it.
I think by the lack of people coming
Or it
to
would
pit
be
road
on.
at the end of the stage.
Fox
we only just
Craftsman
had
Truck
2,
Series,
Taylor
they don't
Gray
have.
and Nick Sanchez.
Craftsman Truck
And
Series
Corey
does not have
Himes
in-car
will not
cameras,
lose all
nothing.
the track
I don't know why,
position like
but
it
they
could
don't.
have happened if we'd had
If it
10
did,
or
it would
12
be on.
trucks pit before the end
They're
of
all
that second
chasing
stage.
that young man, a 4-time
Tomorrow,
winner already this season.
For the Xfinity
Can he
Series
make it
and the Cup Series on
5 at
Sunday, it'll be
Pocono?
on. All right, Corey Himes, congratulations. He wins stage 2. 1 and 2 dominated by my boy, Corey Himes. There you go. But keep on hitting that like button. They just pitted, geez, stage over in a blink of an eye. I know. Now this next one is 30 laps. But finish. Thank you for that subscribe. Appreciate you. So if you haven't hit the subscribe, do it. If you haven't hit the like button, please do it. We're trying to get to 150 likes on the goal. We're at 103. Appreciate the likes for us today. You can run a qualifying setup in these trucks. The stages are so short. Yep. The next one is 30 laps. 40 laps. Sorry. 40 laps is the next one. And they've done 30 in what? An hour? No crashes. It's been, let's get the race in. I know I wish Craftsman Truck Series races were longer, and they barely run either. 45 coming for that 11. This pit stop here will be the big time difference to see who is going to be dominant here. Now, one driver pit before the stage, so I'm sure he's going to stay out. And I can't remember who that was. Was it Infinger? I think it was. The 9 car. I think. I can't remember. The 19. That's right. Thank you. The 19 pit. So, yeah, like short race. 70 laps. But hey, it's fun. We got to do something. And then we're going to be doing the Braves game later on tonight. Around 8:20 Central. For a late night run against the Padres. Same way we do it, 3D, MLB 3D. If you haven't seen our MLB 3D game day presentations, you're missing out. We bring some audio into it and our reactions, our commentary, our interactions in the chat and everything. It's a lot of good time. Cold Trickle knows. He knows all about it. He's hanging out. Bronny's there as well. Some of y'all, Richard, a whole bunch of y'all hang out for the Braves too. I love how our Braves and NASCAR are crossing paths. I love it. All right, back to the commercial here. Let's see what happens. It was the second that went to pit. The 2 went to pit. Jesse, okay, so the 2 and the 17. Thank you, Bronny. So, hey, there's my dark horse, Nick Sanchez. Nick Sanchez was my dark horse. My Denny Hamlin Pocono 23 diecast car 2 days ago. What a beauty. Nice, Carl. Baseball and NASCAR, I'm in. That's right.
Soccer all the time, Michael. We know who Messi is, and we want to see how they end up.
I get excited about it.
Think and repeat. Make sure you join us tonight for Braves Padres.
Stage points for today.
So far, so perfect for Corey Himes.
How about 15 stage points for Daniel Dye?
Big night for him. Tyler Ankrum, impressive so far.
Color.
All those guys that needed stage points.
Dylan needs a T-shirt with the Braves as the sponsor.
as well.
I know. I got
see on our left side
Logitech
pylon there, when folks last pitted, as you
Logitech
see,
shirt.
the majority of
I
our
got
top
that,
10 hasn't pitted yet. So we
Racing
think all of those
outside
trucks
the
will come to pit road
Daytona
for sure. They're
500
going to run
one
out of
year.
gas if they don't.
They had like a
fairly
racing
soon.
setup.
Could be
I
a
got
bit
me
of a
free
mixed
t-shirt
bag
because
from the
of
other guys that pitted on lap 17, because if they pit here, they get a full tank of gas. That means they can spend less time on pit road next time when they pit, a faster pit stop when it really matters. So we could see some various strategies here, but I think we'll see most everybody pit.
Yeah, I think you see Ross Chastain. You see him. He pitted on lap 17. He's back in the 7th spot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars have, and 10 cars have not
fresh
pit
tires.
yet.
He's able to move up to 7th. It worked for him. He has better track
Chastain's
position.
17
I think he
laps
comes to pit
ago.
road, just like you say. Everybody that comes to pit road now, they have the option of just doing a gas and go. They'll put fresh tires on now and a gas to go later on. They know they can run around 30 laps. So sometime they can, once they get in their window, they know they can go about 30 laps.
A t-shirt
so
with a cup
lap
car on
40,
it with Braves as
they
a
will
sponsor.
be maybe
There you
even
go.
earlier than that. They're in their window to get to the end of the race. The thing is, you don't want to be caught on the racetrack.
A lot of people come to me asking me about merch. If I can make some cool t-shirts
to everybody that came to pit road,
that have our cool sayings on it,
Taylor
maybe
Gray,
we'll do
Nick
it.
Sanchez, well, they're
If
going
I can figure
to
that
way
out.
up the standings, up to the front of this field, depending on
Pulled
how
for the
many
Atlanta Braves
trucks
since
pit.
1975, but
So
they
stage
had been
one
good
and
since
stage
the
two,
90s.
30 laps just
Yeah,
like
come
that.
along
But as
with
we've
Lee
been
if you haven't
talking
watched
about
our
40
broadcast.
laps now,
It is fun.
it's going to change things a little bit. They made it longer
I
than
think
it's
you have,
ever been
but
here at Pocono, and
correct
that's
me if
changed a
I'm
lot
wrong.
of things.
And a lot of times, Jamie, when somebody tells you they're going to pit on lap
I saw
40,
apparently
they mean
Braves,
38.
Phillies,
They
and
just don't want
Marlins
you to know
are
that yet.
interested
They
in
always
Bellinger.
fudge that number back, and we could see that today.
They
To
don't
see
like
him
to show
playing
all
right
their
field. All right,
cards.
here comes the leaders.
You saw it last week
Let's
as a pit
see
reporter on
who
my
gets it. Karen says, I love Pocono.
All right, they're coming your way, Josh.
Let's start with the 18 of Tyler Ankrum. A really good points day for him so far, running in the top 5 in both stage 1 and stage 2. His biggest concern saying he is way too loose getting to the throttle. They're making a track bar and an air pressure adjustment to help him to find something to catch those leaders, Amanda.
Josh, I loved how Phil circled the points that Daniel Dye has picked up in these stages. You talk about growing confidence. He did tell his team that the truck is too free everywhere, but not awful. And as you go down and look at Christian Eckes, he told his team, I just don't have the security
Bellinger broke his
to
finger.
run with Corey Heim, but I do feel good about my balance at the end.
See
And
who
you
gets
go
out first.
to Corey Heim, that 11 truck at the bottom of the screen. His team told him, get off that box as hard as
Heim,
you can.
4
That
tires,
is how
the
important these
56
positions are on pit
no
road.
tires, and Matt Mills 2 tires.
Another tire.
So
Got
Mills,
away. You see
Timmy
the mixed
Hill,
strategy there. Matt
Heim,
Mills, 2
Chase
tires.
Purdy,
Couple more did
and
the
Dean
same
Thompson.
thing.
A lot of people took
That
2
will be a
tires.
penalty once
Purdy,
they
Thompson, and
know
Mills.
who it belongs to, and each tire
Timmy
does
Hill,
have the
0
team number
tires.
on there, and that's how they identify who it belongs to.
Justin, this is my
About
second
the
time
same
ever at
area
Pocono.
of pit
Right.
road.
Are you there, Justin?
Stage
won't,
1 and 2
T-Man.
in the book. Stage 3, 40 laps coming up. Who will get the job done?
All right, 37 laps to go here in stage 3. And let's see who Jake Garcia. He stayed out even more, the 13. He didn't pit either. Oh, awesome, Justin. Are you near like the start-finish line, or how far are you down to turn 1? Justin, you went this one and you went to Dover, right? You were here and you went to Dover. I remember you being at Dover as well. As short as this race is, I'd get fuel and no tires. And that's what a couple drivers did. Timmy Hill in the 56. He has 14 or 13 slots as he takes no tires, just gas. All right, we got to get a trackside reporter. That's right. I would have loved to gone live on the pits, but the signal in Nashville was just so horrible. I wanted to go live so bad, but my carrier was bad out there. What would you rather win, the Daytona or the Cups? The Daytona 500 or the Cup Series? I'm sure the Cup Series, you won the championship, but the Daytona is always a Cup championship. Yeah. I think Cup Championship is going to pay you a lot more money than the Daytona 500 and the Prestige. How's it looking for the weather there, Justin? I love Tyler running that 12. So Chastain came out 11th. My boy Nick Sanchez, my dark horse, Nick Sanchez. Remember last week we asked you guys to pick dark horses. Oh, it is stage 3, so let's do this. Who you got? Are you picking who you picked earlier, or are you changing your mind? I'm still going Corey Heim. He's in P7. He's got a fast car. I'm going Corey Heim here in P7. Who you guys got? Jake's going Heim. Cup Series equals money. More than the Daytona ever will. That's right. Redeem Heim. My pick had problems. That's right. You did pick Zane. 45 has 4 fresh tires and full tank of gas. Loggies. Here we go. Matt Mills or Timmy Hill, Samson. I just don't think either one of these guys. Both Matt Mills is on 2 tires. Timmy Hill on no tires and just gas. So Lloyd says, I got Eckes still, but my dark horse, Watermelon Man, moving on up. Thad Moffitt in that 46. Yeah. Time, T-Van says. That's right, man. Domination Toyota this weekend. And we'll finish it off with that 11 in the victory lane on Sunday, T-Van. 11 car winning. He's too fast. That's right.
Clearing, and it feels like it's going to be a pretty thrilling 40 laps or so to the finish.
Well, there was a lot of stress coming in about the weather tonight.
No tires, no chance. That's right, Lone Wolf. It's a gamble.
Some guys coming up pit
get a better
road.
finish.
We're choosing.
It's just going on everywhere, isn't it, Jamie?
And the 19, by the way.
So Garcia on the
take a look at that as we watch
outside. Sanchez is going to be on the inside. Matt Mills on the outside. Timmy Hill on the inside.
I think his plan, because he knows he has to make something happen, he's going to try to stretch from here.
I
just
would
a little bit of a top off there.
Keep dreaming.
Try to stretch from here. Just going to try to save what he can and make it the rest
I would
of the way
say
without
Timmy
stopping.
Hill might cause a big wreck here.
I love that.
I think when he goes to that turn, his tires are not that fresh. And he's on the inside as well, so he might go right up the track.
But, man, problems on pit road for Christian Eckes in that 19 truck.
I'm in turn 3, unfortunately, won't be there for the next 2 races.
Over the wall.
Oh, man.
Jack goes well. It looks like there's problem getting the right rear off. He's trying to pull. Didn't have maybe one of the nuts.
At least you're
off.
there, man.
Be a lug nut hung
Chris
on
Buescher
there.
for the win on Sunday, Larry
21-second
says.
pit stop. A good pit stop for these trucks is somewhere in the 15s.
Please go with Nick Sanchez.
Those 6 seconds equate to him coming out and going to restart. It was lined up 16th before the juice.
Christian Eckes back in for some fuel.
Yeah, that's not good. You might want to just go to plan B here. Get ready to green flag stop on 38. I don't think that's going to work out too well. Which is the above? I'll let you know here once we get something put together.
Eckes in 19.
That means we're making a plan.
Yeah,
and we know we need a new plan.
Going through that book.
Flip through our pages of our playbook. And,
3 more yellows, Ray says.
40,
Timmy Hill and Travis
with 30 to go.
live
now they back
in
that
state.
Up
I
to
live in
38
Maryland.
For
Nice,
this 19
Samson.
truck. Maybe a quick caution gets them where they want to be.
Well, we know how good that 19 truck is.
I wanted to go 2 years ago when they had both cup races Saturday and Sunday.
Look at him turn the pages.
Never got to go.
Look,
and it's color-coded, too.
And look, he's going to rip a couple pages out. That was not
Tyler
good anymore.
takes Rhodes to the 11. And
like
Little
to
Jack's
see that,
picking
because
Ben
on the
Rhodes.
Cup side, you don't see
He's showing
P12.
us his playbook.
Well done. Way to play along.
What
Charles,
a good time.
tonight.
All I know is he came in and took
I'm
fuel.
so thankful for the opportunity to do that in Nashville, interact with the crews.
He's in
the crew
19th
chiefs.
spot.
You know, they love what
That's
they
all I
get to
know.
do, and they like sharing some of a little bit of their inside story, not all of it.
A lot of fun. So different strategies up front. Jake Garcia,
All right, here we
Nick
go.
Sanchez
See
stayed
who
out
wins this
there.
bad boy.
Matt
Here we go,
Mills
green
in the
flag.
42
Biggity,
has
biggity,
right
biggity.
side
Let's
tires
go
on.
racing, boys.
Green flag is in the air for the 3rd and final stage.
We're going to fan out. You see Dean Thompson. Daniel Dye is going to make it 4 wide on the
Watch this
inside
Timmy Hill.
of that blue and black number 5. You see Daniel down there, that red truck. Matt Mills going for the lead.
Matt Mills with 2
Finished 10th in
tires.
stage number 2, picked up 1 point. Keeps it on the bottom, battles Jake Garcia.
Look at Matt
He's
Mills.
battling Corey Heim, who's going to probably
What a gamble.
make a shambles of this lead here momentarily with
Josiah's-
his 4 fresh tires.
Please flip.
Nice call there for Jake Garcia, Rich
Please
Lucas of that team, getting him some track position here late. See if he can hang on to it.
Did you guys see Ross Chastain in the picture there?
I'm
Up
in
to
P2.
8. The green and red and white. Number 45 right
Chastain
there.
in P8.
See a late dive to the inside by Daniel, trying to get around the 77 of Chase Purdy.
Look at this battle for the lead. Heating up, didn't take long. Corey Heim back to the point. Fresh tires, a brand new race truck, and the winner of stage 1 and 2 tonight.
And here comes Nick Sanchez.
He's fast, man.
Nick's got a lot of speed.
Ooh, looked like a little contact back there. Ross
Toyotas,
Chastain.
man.
Nick basically made a mistake in qualifying at Nashville, and then he had to run the whole race in a
I'd
truck
like
that
to,
wasn't
Lee.
up to the standards that he usually runs. So those are good lessons to learn, overachieving when you know your back's against the wall. Now he's able to flex his muscle here in Pocono.
Or Deegan might be racing in the IndyCar next series. Huh?
Here he comes.
Might be better for her.
Ross Chastain.
Here comes Chastain, Passing Eckes in
Race started
5th.
16th. Remember, he came in 2nd.
Wow, Eckes was in 19th, and now he's 5th.
Already for Eckes.
God, that car's fast.
We'll go down and look at Charles again because now his playbook is changing again. He didn't know he's going to be able to pick up 10 spots that quick.
He better get that page he took out to throw away. He better get that back out.
Why not put that one back in play?
Hasn't had a chance to look at his notes. His driver's flying through the field.
No tires versus 4 fresh tires
Dean
equals
Thompson
caution.
up in the top 10 for the first time this evening.
Here comes Nick Sanchez going
Nick
for
Sanchez looking for
P2
that second spot.
on Garcia.
Don't forget about Matt Crafton. Matt's up in the top 20. Nick gets loose.
You have contact. Oh, and you hear the
Garcia,
crowd.
Nick Sanchez
That
almost
could cause some
spun.
right foot damage to that 2 truck. That was pretty significant. Ross Chastain took advantage of it.
Chastain would have been gotten hit if it's so.
Chastain up to 4th.
Chastain
The only
P4.
former Pocono race winner in the Truck Series in the field.
Nick Sanchez pushing Chastain.
Coming up off the corner, probably the back end scoots out a little bit with him and bounces off. Oh, look at that tire smoke.
Needed all that room.
Here comes Corey Heim. Look at that. Great camera shot, guys.
What a save by Nick Sanchez.
Jake Garcia came to pit road.
Stuart Friesen taking a look, makes it 4 wide behind him.
And here comes
Amanda.
Garcia.
As Jake Garcia makes his way onto pit road, he told his team that he's really tight on exit in all 3 corners. I was talking to Rich Lucas earlier
That's
today.
a bummer
he said they
for
were going to
him.
be a little more risky with Jake today. Felt comfortable about his performance here last season and said that he's ready for it, guys.
Well, I talked to Rich as well, and he said, "This is what I'm going to do, Mike, but don't you tell anybody." So
Can we tell now?
Yes, we can tell now. This was exactly his plan. He said, "We're going to stay out at the end of stage 2 and leapfrog everybody, grab track position, and then pit as quick as we can." But this is going horribly wrong.
Move over
We're having
11.
problems with that
45
left
is
rear,
coming
bad
through.
pit
He's
stop.
at
That problems
P2.
with the right front, now the left rear. He may find himself a lap down.
2-second lead for Corey Heim.
Here
Let's
comes
see
the
if
leaders.
Watermelon
Jake
Man can
Garcia
chase him.
just exits pit road. Is it going to be enough?
No, it's not. But the thing about that, Phil, is all that strategy, all that thinking.
Garcia goes a
and
lap
putting
down.
himself in a position to get that great finish
I know,
because of the
right?
strategy. It just went out the window with that long pit stop.
All those
he gave up all
Chevys.
those spots he gained by
Hold my
leapfrogging the
watermelon.
field
Watch this.
right there on pit road.
Christian Eckes up to 4th.
You don't think he's
Ready to
driving a
go.
little bit angry, do you? The way he's cut his way through this field after that bad pit stop.
He sounded pretty calm on the radio, but he's done a nice job here.
The 19
Getting all
is
the way
flying.
back up to the 4th spot
P4.
already.
He
By
started
the way,
in
Ross Chastain
P19.
into 2nd. Corey Heim continues to lead almost by 2 seconds.
And we know now that everybody theoretically should be able to make the end of the race from here. So it would not surprise me to see more
Keep hitting
people
that like
head to
button
pit
for us,
road
trying to get to
anytime we
150
come by
likes, y'all. If you haven't hit the like button
entrance to
for
pit
us.
road.
What you're doing
Trying to
now
get to
by staying
150
out
likes.
is you're taking a bit of a risk that maybe the caution comes out and other people pit, but you're also making your last pit stop quicker because you don't need as much fuel.
Let's go Ty
Let's
Dillon.
get an update
Very.
on Ross Chastain. Josh.
See where Ty Dillon
Well,
is.
Jamie, as we keep an eye on when these teams will come down and
Yeah,
top off
P21
fuel.
for Ty
Phil
Dillon.
Gould just came over the radio and
P21.
told Ross to be mindful of his fuel. He said, hey, we're not saving yet, but be mindful. He said, be mindful of that, but don't give up too much position. So a strategy here for them to keep up with that fuel and be smart about how they handle the rest of this race.
Looks like Ford's watching from the stands, yeah.
Good
Ben
insight
Rhodes,
on the
P12,
45
the
as
first
you see Phil
Ford.
Gould, his crew chief, looking on.
You know, we talk about Matt Crafton, them topping off. Jared Prince
No, he's
telling me
not.
that they were going to try to make
That's the
it all the
Xfinity
way
race.
this
He's not
morning.
in the Xfinity race this
he's
weekend.
Only 2 laps more fuel than everybody else.
Josh
so
Berry
there could be
is.
an opportunity possibly for some other of these teams. Now,
Chastain has got that lead down to a second and a half. Here comes my man Sanchez.
Yeah, Phil, they're really going to make this a good stop. You'll go back to stage 1. They had that issue with the right rear for this time in this stop. Nick is telling his team that the truck is free firing off, but I think it will come to me in this run.
If Sanchez wins this race, you're smashing a watermelon.
Damage, so it's nice to get to pit road and take care of any possible issues here, and he's on his way.
Nick Sanchez gets some fuel, right side tires. Corey Heim continues to lead here at Pocono. 28 laps to go.
All right, 28 laps to go here in stage 3. Corey Heim continues to lead. Let's see the leaders on. There's your leaders today. Heim has led 27 laps. Christian Eckes has led 12. And Garcia has led 4. So there it is. And cautions, we just had 1 stage caution and stage 2 caution. That's it. No one's wrecked yet. But as Lloyd says, no tires was 4 tires equals cautions. But appreciate y'all coming in here and hanging out with us tonight here on the Craftsman Truck Series. We haven't done a Craftsman Truck Series race in about a month since Charlotte. And we appreciate you guys hanging out, especially so early in the afternoon on a TGIF. Happy TGIF to you as well. Hope you guys have a good rest of the night. Let's see. Cyrus says, thank you. I was going to freak out because I'm not home tomorrow. Always a Ty and Austin Dylan fan. Very good to see you. Awesome. That's cool. Like I said, this is a driver-friendly fan chat. You guys can support any driver you have. Don't worry about that. Andrew says, I'm mad at Valley. It literally blocked out tonight's Braves game. Why? It shouldn't have. Oh, because you live in Atlanta? That's why? Okay, well, guess what? No, it's in San Diego. Why is that? That's weird. I'll have to check that out. Oh, Caruth is spinning. Caruth is spinning. Caution on the track. Caution on the track. Caruth. Caruth spins. Under caution. We'll have to check that out. Whereas Caruth looks like he just got loose. I don't think he can get spun by anybody, but we'll have to see. It's 6:46 here in Pennsylvania. And Indianapolis next week for the Craftsman Truck Series.
While we were away, you saw the incident between Raja Caruth, Connor Mozak.
Oh, Connor Mozak in
this
him.
weekend.
I think Raja just hopped her down in there a little hot.
Exactly, they do, William. At least give us in-car cameras.
Doesn't appear to be.
They need to take Pocono off the schedule. It's been a horrible track for 20 years now, Barry says.
Oh, wow.
See what
Look at all
happens.
this traffic. Ben Rhodes is leading the way.
Caruth, who's following behind Ben Rhodes.
To drive on the inside of Mozak and turns down in the corner and just gets loose.
Yeah,
there it is, right there.
I'm not even sure that truck would even go all the way down.
The 7 Spire truck.
Tried to get to the bottom, wasn't able to do it.
Does a nice
the
job
outside
of
of him got him
minimizing
loose.
any damage. They were battling inside the top 10 for
They
night
do.
when it all
Exactly,
went wrong
Jake.
right there.
Taylor Gray.
But watch him use the gas.
William,
Bill.
what's
He's
up?
on that
CeeLo doesn't
throttle
like
hard
people
the
on the
throttle.
channel
He's on the
that
brakes.
support
That's how
Den.
you save one. You got to use all the tools you have.
That's right.
Brake,
I don't like
gas,
anybody that
clutch, whatever
supports
it takes,
Denny.
steering wheel.
I don't like
Nice job
anybody
there
Keeps it out of the outside wall.
that
Now
supports
this opens
Denny.
up a lot of possibilities. Let's take a
Nobody.
look from the 15 of Tanner Gray. There's that 3 wide we were talking about. Looked like he wiggled as he tried
I do not
to get
know,
down in the
Josh.
corner. Looked like the
Let me know.
71
Good evening,
of
Yaya.
Raja
Good to
wiggled a
see
little
you.
bit. Tanner doing a nice job avoiding that. But this opens up the possibilities. So we know everybody
Nice,
can make
Justin.
it here
That's
if
a
they
good run.
stop. From here if they stop. But with these caution laps, so everyone's saving fuel. If the
thought you
drivers
were
don't come to
voting
pit
Denny
road now,
race
that
before
means they're going to
Nash.
try to go the rest of the
Just
way.
a joke.
Because it would not do them any good to stay on the racetrack and pit later.
I want to wish a happy birthday to Mr. Hendrick. 75th birthday today.
Good birthday.
HendrickCars.com on the side
All
of that
right,
truck.
so that
Appreciate
2-second
all
lead
he's
is
done for
gone
this
for
sport.
Corey
Happy birthday,
Heim,
bud.
and Chastain's going to be on the
Listen in on
outside
Grand
of
Am
Corey
Fingers
Heim
Radio.
here.
But so this caution should put us good on fuel.
They do.
Keep saving. There is rain about 15, 20 minutes out. I feel like we're just going to take the risk and stay out and hope for the rain to come.
15 minutes out.
Make it here, but there's a little bit of fall off, so some guys are going to come in and pit.
I like it. He said risk. You like the call?
I do like the call, especially because Grant's
Joey Logano
a veteran.
won, huh?
He can
Nice.
save fuel. He knows how to save fuel, and he wasn't leading that pack. Corey Heim leading that pack. I mean, it's going to be a little harder to
25
save
laps
fuel.
to go.
But again, if these drivers don't come to pit road,
They're way over
when it's
halfway,
open now,
so
that means
that
they're going
doesn't
to try to
matter.
go the rest of the way, I think.
25 laps to go under caution for the first time for incident.
So their third caution of the day was for Caruth, and the 7 car got into it. Let's go 77 Chase Birdie, my dark horse. He's there in P5. So Corey Heim's going to have Ross Chastain on the outside of him in this next restart. Let's see what happens. Infinger, Eckes, Chase Purdy, Daniel Dye, Matt Mills, Dean Thompson, Taylor Gray, and Ty Majeski, your top 10. And they will be fighting the rain. This is going to be a no-holds-barred rain thing here because there's rain 15 to 20 minutes out. If it starts raining, this race is over for sure. They're not going to let it dry and finish the next 10 laps or whatever. So when the rain starts, this race is going to end. So who is going to stay out? Who is going to gamble? Let's see what happens. Keep hitting that subscribe, y'all. That is helpful for us. We're trying to get to 17,000 subscribers this weekend, and we need your help to get us there. So we're at 16,737, and we love to get some more here tonight. My jet ski, Teresa. And also hit the like button. We're trying to get to 150 likes. That is our goal, 150 likes. We got 247 of us here. There's no reason we can't get to 150 likes if there's 249 people here. So show your support by hitting that like button and subscribe, and that shows me that you guys appreciate what we do. 57% chance of rain at 7 p.m. Like they just said on the radio, Justin, 15 to 20 minutes out for the rain. So we'll see who gambles. I used to like Denny, but I think he's becoming what Bush used to be, just not blaming his crew like Bush did. Barry says, CeeLo, why doesn't Denny drive his own team? Maybe eventually, but I think he wants to win a championship for JGR, so we'll see what happens. Against the wind and the rain, still running. And you know what? I forgot what I need to do that right now. Actually, I'll do it here in a second. I'm going to have it redirect you. We're going to do the Braves game at 8:20 Central. So you guys don't have to stay in the race, the thing, but make sure you hit the like button if you get redirected over there.
Winding down the laps
Has
here.
to race
we're
at
under
JGR
caution
to pay for it. That's
third
right.
time this evening. First
Okay,
time
but do you
for
agree? Because the news
incident.
people always pick
Let's hear
Ty
from a
Gibbs and
couple of
Denny
our
Hamlin
crew
to
chiefs.
interview,
Been
not
talking
Joe
about the
Logano
work
or
they've
anyone
had
else.
cut out for him
I don't think
tonight,
that's
Josh.
true. Logano just wasn't finishing
the
in like the
chiefs
top
are certainly
10.
busy as we look at the fuel scenario for the rest of
He
the
wrecked Chase
here
in
with
Martinsville.
Phil Gould, the crew chief of the 45,
Right in front of
Ross
you.
Chastain. Phil, what are you guys looking at in terms of being able to make it to the end on fuel?
I think this caution will put us right there at it. Another one wouldn't hurt my feelings just in case we get a green white checker, but the Mardell Watermelon Association Chevy's been really fast all day. We had to do it the hard way, starting in the rear, and we'll just have to see how this plays out.
Ross Chastain up to second right now.
Christian Eckes' crew chief is hoping for a few more cautions. And Charles, we saw you go to the notebook a couple times tonight. How much has your plan changed over this race?
Well, the plan went to plan B, and I think it went back to plan A. So I think the truck is pretty good. We got a little work
Go
cut out
Ross,
for us
Chris
probably
says.
to battle with the 11 at the moment, but we'll see.
You're going
We'll
with
get
the
a
45.
good shuffle in this restart here. We'll stretch the fuel to the end. That's our option to run right now. So I think
You got
that's what
Eckes in
everybody
there
else is doing
too.
as well.
Eckes could
How many
pull this
laps under
off.
caution would make you feel safe?
I'm as safe as any of the other guys are right now up front.
His poker face is on 100%.
You know, and you love that. He said he went from A to B back to A. That's because of how fast Christian Eckes was able to race through the field. He passed 10 trucks in 2 laps, and that put him right back on page A, if you will.
That's right.
Watching you in Top Gun.
The top
Nice, Ray.
Trucks
Love that movie. One of my favorites.
Coming to the Chew stayed out.
All right, lights are off on the pace car.
All of them will have to run at least 37 laps.
Chastain took the outside, so he's going behind Corey Heim. So he took the outside line, so he is not on the front row.
Listen to Ross Chastain's radio.
I heard something about rain. Y'all, we got rain coming. Radar doesn't look good. These caution laps will put us good on fuel to just go like hell.
Oh, I could just go.
That's what he wants to hear.
Infinger's on the outside. He took Chastain took the outside line, so Infinger moved up to the inside line on the front row.
On the racetrack like he did at Darlington.
Here we go.
So Corey Heim has been the dominant force tonight. He's led 32 laps. 1 stage 1, 1 stage 2. Christian Eckes had that bad pit stop, got him shuffled back in the mix.
All right, let's see who wins.
Fought his way back up to
23 to go.
4th.
Here we go, green flag, boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go
23
racing,
laps to go.
boys.
Grant Enfinger on the inside, Corey Heim on the outside. Big push by Ross Chastain on the outside for Corey Heim. They start to fan out 4 wide as they head into turn 1.
See, Dean Thompson was the first truck to pull out, but there was such good pushes from the
Heim
second
takes
row
the lead.
That he wasn't
I wonder
able to
why
do anything.
Chastain decided to take the inside. He did not get a good start at all.
In the area. These guys are going to push harder and harder, and we already saw examples of how easy it is to get out of shape if you're down on the bottom. So watch for more action
pulling
as
away.
we go toward the checkered.
And watch that 19 truck, 14th in line. Michael, you talked about how fast he drove up there through the pack. Let's see what he's got now that he's gotten himself just a few behind the dominant truck tonight.
Battle among teammates. Taylor Gray in the 17, Dean Thompson in the 5. Remember Taylor above the cut line coming in here.
Wow, that was a nice dive into turn 3, wasn't it? Took care of Dean in a hurry. Hop up another spot behind his brother.
There's a snake down the front straightaway.
And there's your playoff bubble. You see right there the action we have going on and how tight it is among those 3 drivers, 4 drivers even.
You see Daniel Dye, we talked about all the stage points he had received. Bad pit stop on this last pit stop for Daniel Dye.
Man, a big move there. 2 or 3 trucks in turn 1.
And it's all the way back in the 23rd position right now, Michael.
Chevy or Ford, no Toyota winning here.
See him on the inside of the 25 of Ty Dillon. Got Raja right in front of him.
Heim, Infinger, Chastain. I was surprised Chastain didn't take the inside.
Daniel's making moves back towards the front. Every position is a point. Don't forget that.
Daniel Dye running top 5 most of this race. Back in 22nd now. We've seen slow pit stops. Hit a bunch of guys, a bunch of drivers tonight as across the start-finish line.
Get him,
20
Ross.
laps to go.
Infinger making a run here.
Hey, Grant Enfinger's
Now
able
Eckes trying to make a move on Chastain.
Guys.
Remember the pep talk prior to the race and the energy he had? Well, he
Maybe
had something
Blaney
that he
on
knew
Sunday.
could win this race underneath of him.
20 laps
And
to
that's
go.
the first person we've seen make ground on Corey
Keeping
Heim
that like
all
button,
day
trying to get to
long.
150 on the likes.
I like what I'm seeing out of Grant Enfinger running second. Just 0.3 of a second behind our leader.
Really? Are you kidding me? No
Ross
way.
Chastain from the
That's
27th
ridiculous.
starting position.
He hasn't even been the whole
This
year.
racetrack is so
They're just
fun
trying to
watch
prove a point
because
on
of
that.
all the
That's
grooves
dumb.
and all the moves they have the ability to make. Christian Eckes, a bad pit stop, and he's right up inside that top 5.
Exactly, Jake.
Matt Mills, another great run for the 42 truck.
20 laps, a lot of racing to Pocono.
Holding
You're
off
right.
Tom Majeski, Taylor
88
Gray.
Crafton for Karen.
Connor Mozak, Bailey Curry racing there, and there you see Daniel Dye outside the top 20. Now he's up battling for a
19
spot
to go.
in 17th.
Let's get an update, Amanda.
Just on Daniel Dye, his stop when he came into the pit box, he put the truck in neutral and it cut off, had a hard time get it refired to get back on track to rectify the situation. His crew chief Blake Ranger just said, go faster, bud.
Well, he's certainly been on the gas. Now he's just trying to make up some time. 71 of Raja Caruth saw that incident with Connor Mozak, his teammate.
Bailey Curry just ahead there. There you see Daniel Dye. He's in 20th now, so needs to make up some ground.
Thanks, Jace. I don't have a problem with that.
He's already gained 3 spots since we first talked about him after this restart. Got a fast enough truck. I think there's no doubt that he can gain some more spots.
Rowdy's winning on Sunday. Hey, he's good here too.
5th spot for Matt Mills.
Yes, there is, Cyrus, in the morning.
I talked a lot about Ty Majeski. He's been in there in the mix, top 10 all race long. I know this young man's looking forward to the next 2 races that we have. Going to Lucas
I'm so
Oil
surprised
Raceway
about
Park
Chastain. What happened to
next
him?
Weekend. And the race after that is Richmond. 2 short tracks for him.
Horrible. I guess those tires that they put on him just did not do what the first set of tires did.
Matt Mills, and you guys were talking about the great run he's having today. Got himself inside the top 6 right now, and he's coming off that great finish at Nashville where he finished in the top 10. He called that a big booster in terms of his confidence. Now, this is a guy that raced with KBM last year, and he attributes his success at Pocono to the
Only thing I ask is don't put any personal information in the chat. You guys will have to figure that out on the side. Majeski in the pits. 2 tires on the inside.
Well, making a pit stop here as they work on the left side. Just talking about him running in the top 10.
12 o'clock Central.
You think this is a voltage
One
issue,
set,
Phil?
one
Yeah,
Eastern.
sometimes where they go to work on the battery right there, and that's what that has every sign of being.
Yeah, we're getting a report that he had no power on the dash, Josh. Looks
So the
like
98
they're
is
gonna
in
take that
for a
left rear
maintenance
tire off to
issue.
get to the battery.
Unscheduled stop for the
that's
98.
exactly what it is. They're going to have to change the battery for the 98, so a rough break for that team.
We'll be talking at the
Majeski
top
was doing
of the
good.
show. He had a nice cushion over that cut line. This is obviously
26
going
the
to hurt
last
somebody.
place of the car, still in the least lap. We'll
Easily
see.
make the playoffs.
I was thinking we were going to easily lock him in today with what we were saying. And
not so fast.
Just that
So much for
quickly,
Timmy
everything
Hill
changes.
with no tires, back to 24th.
Taylor Gray and Matt Mills for 5th right here. Matt Mills has been so impressive today. But Corey Heim trying to get it done for the 5th time this season. 16 laps to go.
All right, 16 laps to go. What's up, Butterfly? Good to see you. Keep hitting that like button. We're trying to get to 150 likes. Keep hitting that subscribe. We're trying to get to 16,740. We're trying to get to 17,000 by the end of this weekend. 32 just about to crack the top 10. He started 30th today. Nice. But there it is. If you guys ever going to want to know where your drivers are, I can bring it up for you guys so you can watch what it is. No tires, no hope at Pocono. What happened to Chastain? He ran out of the first seed. I think the biggest mistake was that he chose the outside line behind Heim, and he didn't get a good restart. But I don't know, something's up with that pit stop he just had, because after the pit stop, he hasn't been the same. Him and Eckes. Eckes is almost 3 seconds behind Heim, and Ross is almost now 4 seconds behind Heim. Grant Enfinger's still there with a second off on Corey Heim in P2 with 15 laps to go. We're just waiting on the auto to come back here, and we'll see who wins this thing with 15 laps to go. Anything can happen, though. But the rain is coming, too. We have to also think about that. That's what I was thinking. Why did he choose the outside? That is one of the biggest questions. I love to maybe they'll ask him after the race is over. What the heck? What were you deciding? What did you think? I mean, you're behind Heim. You can't start the race like you want, you know? I'm thinking they're saving fuel possibilities, not pushing it until the end, maybe. We'll see. Cyrus says, who do you highlight? You shouted Corey Heim to win, CeeLo. I did. Corey Heim. Like I said, he won. Let's see. He won at St. Louis, right? Finished second at Nashville. And then here. Like, you got to go with what you think is good. Toyotas are strong here. So that's the reason I'm picking Chandler Smith as well. Chandler Smith, 3rd in points. I think he wins on Saturday.
175. This is the battle for the lead. Corey Heim continues, but Grant Enfinger hard charge behind him.
That's what we were talking about during the break. He's hanging right in there, actually faster the last couple laps than was Corey Heim, and a great battle for the third spot.
And
right
Heim
here between
is in on Saturday as well. He's doing double duty, but I just don't think that 26 car
right now. Let's listen
has
in
it.
on his radio.
Tyler Reddick couldn't do nothing last week.
What should I be doing here, fuel-wise?
I think we're still looking for one lap here to the end. I think that's what we're short.
What do you want me to start saving, or what do you want me to do here?
So this is going to become a fuel mileage
We
race.
need to a little bit. Just stay in front of the 45. I think they're probably doing the same.
So there it is. There you go, Lloyd. That is why they're holding back.
It's an advantage to Ross Chastain to be right there
saving
behind.
fuel.
That's the difficult thing for Christian Eckes. How hard do I run to stay ahead of the 45, and do I let off the gas and the 45 passes me, or does he need me to pull him along to get the fuel mileage to get to the checker?
There's the reason.
There's going to be a lot of trucks.
These boys are holding back.
I mean, I hate to say it. I think there's going to be some trucks that don't make it.
I do too.
I mean, it's just that close.
Yeah, we've never seen
Eckes is almost 7 seconds behind Heim. They are saving fuel like crazy.
Laps. A couple of them 35.
Based on the reports, you'd think the weather is about 12 to 15 minutes out.
It's the same car in Nashville, though, and Tyler Reddick couldn't do nothing with it.
Jamie, you never know when that stuff's going to sweep in.
Or when it's raining in turn 2 and you're just fine and sunny on the other end. Let's listen to the 9 radio.
Do you feel like you saved a lot under that caution?
Under caution.
All right, bud, we're probably going to run out coming to the checkered on the front stretch, so just give her help.
Oh, my gosh.
I heard a beep in there. What are you thinking as a driver when you get that news?
Well, you do all you can do.
Yeah,
you know you're challenging. And you can see maybe maybe Grant's decided I'm going to back it down a little bit more to make sure.
So Grant said he's going to run out on the
there goes
front
Ross
stretch.
Around Eckes.
So now Eckes does the same thing that Ross was doing.
See the
Stays
laps
in the draft?
Yeah, laps since pit. Look at
So
Sanchez
Heim,
back there. Remember, he came
Enfinger,
in on that
Chastain,
last
Eckes,
caution,
all
as did
these
Brett
guys
Holmes running
pitted a
9th
lap
and 11th.
26
we
laps
know they're
ago.
okay, but we're not sure about anybody else in the field. At least the trucks that are running up in the top
And then
13.
Nick
And the big question is
Sanchez
Corey Hyman. You guys
in
mentioned it, when you're the
P9
one
is the
leading,
next car up
you don't have
with
that
fuel.
draft to run in and try to save, try to lift a little bit.
With
and
plenty
he's been
of
running
fuel.
the fastest laps, lap after lap. Either he or Grant Enfinger have been the fastest trucks on the racetrack. So you have to believe that Corey Heim hasn't been able to save much fuel.
They're running out of fuel in
talking
the
about
Gran
Ross
Turismo.
Chastain and Christian Eckes, and I look up and they actually ran 2 seconds slower that lap than Corey Heim did. So they're in certainly a conservation mode right now.
You see that last lap right there, the fastest Corey Heim, Grant Enfinger.
Let me look at the fuel. On
Taraja
NASCAR.com, they show a fuel gauge. Let's see.
Flipped the switch and said we're going into full fuel conserve mode to try to get to the checker. Like you said, Phil,
They're all the same,
Some of
y'all.
those trucks, that's crazy.
Oh
that's
my
how you save gas,
gosh.
though.
Looks like Eckes and Ross Chastain are taking turns leading that duo to try to save fuel. Say, you work with me, I'll work with you.
My crew chief told me one day, slow her down, slow her down. I said, I'm your man for that job. I got that covered. Amanda, what's happening down there?
Yeah, let's take a look at Nick Sanchez in the
Can
2.
you see
He's a
the
truck
fuel
that might
gauges?
actually get to start pushing. He's one of the ones that made
No.
one of the last
The green
stops
screen
on track
doesn't
at
allow
lap 42. So when you think of the conservation of full, Nick might be in a good possession. The 8 trucks ahead of them, they were on
Get
lap
the rain
33.
tires out.
So when
That's
they
right.
heard that these teams
They're
were
doing the
saving fuel,
Logano
you have to
thing.
think
I
that
know,
the 2
kidding.
is pretty excited about what's ahead, Josh.
Oh, and a caution.
Well, for Matt Crafton and that
Is it rain?
team, and we have a caution out on the track for weather, guys.
Rain on the track.
Well, we were just
and
talking
this
about
is
it. It could be raining at one end of the
Corey
racetrack and the
Hines,
other
the
end,
win.
not a drop. So caution
now.
comes
Can
out
he?
for the 4th time
Now the
here.
question is, can they?
There's about 20 crew chiefs right now breathing aside.
The question is, who's going to run out of fuel?
This could certainly.
This is Nashville all over again.
Corey Heim's naturally going to say it's raining hard.
I did see a little smirk and a laugh out of Scott Cipodelli when he heard his driver.
Keep hitting
It's
that
a
like button. We're
monsoon
trying to
out
get
there
to
as far as Corey Heim is concerned.
200 likes now. And we're
Now
one
we're getting some
away
good gas
from
mileage.
16,740.
Feeling pretty good about things right now, especially with that rain
Help
falling.
us subscribe,
It's been a
y'all.
challenge all day long. We knew that there's a
Nashville
possibility
repeat.
that this
Here we
race
go.
could be shortened. And
Turn 2. It's always turn 2.
Oh, yeah, it's raining good in turn 2.
Off of turn.
Well, carried to turn 3. This one's carried over to turn 3.
So 2 out of the 3 turns are raining.
But what about great calls? That's how dialed in these crew chiefs are. Everybody that pitted on lap 33, that's stretching it. That's stretching it here at Pocono to try to get to the end. But they all knew that their drivers could save them some fuel. Rain was coming. Weather could potentially be a problem, and they did it. It's amazing. There's so many of these teams that pitted on lap 33, and it's going to work out for them.
They just took a chance. And in NASCAR, if you're going to win at this competitive style of motorsports, you're going to have to take chances.
That's not rain. Those are God's tears watching these bozos.
And you heard the radio on the 9. Jeff Stankiewicz just showed him the crew chief for Grant, and they said, we got to take a risk here, see what we can do. Follow the pace truck here and see what the weather decides to do. Oh, so close to the finish.
We would have been finished any other year here. Remember, 60 laps is what it's been in the past. 50 originally, and then 60 laps. We're now we've completed 62.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's see. 8 laps to go.
It's Corey Heim, Grant Enfinger, Christian Eckes, Ross Chastain, Taylor Gray. They're going to bring him down pit road, this time by...
Oh, it's over, y'all. It is over.
Such
Why
a
they just let him out there and run?
It takes a while to dry it too. Once that rain falls as hard as it looked like it was coming down in 2 and 3.
You're not going to sit here.
So much asphalt to get dry. 2.5 miles.
See, the red flag has been displayed as they make their way down pit road.
This is over, y'all. Corey Heim's going to win this
Come
thing.
down to their pit stalls.
Yeah, still a good points day for Grant Enfinger.
What an entertaining event, though, with all the crazy restarts and the 3 and 4
They do.
And then throw strategy into the play. We knew would be a part of it. And certainly led up to all the hype that we thought this event would be.
Yeah, it's coming down pretty good.
You can see trucks are pulling into their each individual pit. This is something new NASCAR is doing. Used to, we'd all line up in order and just walk
coming
to our
down
pit,
pretty
but
good.
That makes a lot of sense.
Well, and then the crews would have to run all the length of pit road potentially with the covers if it's raining hard enough. Now they're right there at their pit stalls. I think it's a great move.
Great day for Grant Enfinger in that 9 truck.
They can't run rain tires here.
Had a
Just
lot of confidence.
someone's going to put that in the chat.
He started the engine, and he was right there knocking on the door when the red flag came out.
Without stages, they finished the whole race.
In addition to right now running in the 2nd spot. Great day.
So if you look over on the left side of your screen, the pylon, it just switched over from 8 laps to a timed race at 1 hour, 8 minutes, 33 seconds to go. What are we looking at? What does this mean?
Well, NASCAR told these teams earlier in the day that they're going to go till 8:20, which is something new. Obviously, we saw that during the street
another
race
timed race to complete 8
they
laps.
They will not run this race past 8:20. When the clock turns 8:20, say we have a long delay, we get back on the racetrack. We're not quite to the advertised distance of laps. Then once the clock would end at 8:20, then the leader would go around one more time, and then he would get the white flag and then the checkered flag. No overtimes, nothing like that.
Just call this thing.
It's a nice move, I think, NASCAR, and it's clear for the crew chiefs, I think.
And it only applies.
Me neither.
I mean, if it keeps raining and we lose the track, NASCAR can make the call when they see they can't get the race restarted by 8:20. So that's how long we're going to run too. That doesn't mean we won't have to call it earlier because the track being wet and not being able to get back in time. So the teams applaud this because they can plan around it. They know that it's coming at some point, and that's what was implemented here.
Yeah, if it rains hard and we lose the racetrack, we know we cannot drive this 2.5
Let's look
mile
at the radar.
facility in an hour. So NASCAR will have no choice but to go ahead and call this race.
Ray, I got your message. Ray, I got your
Let's
message.
hear
I'll
from
take a look at it.
the crew
Thank you,
chief
buddy.
of the 9, Jeff Stankiewicz. Josh.
Well, yeah, and for this 9 team, they were really stretching it on fuel. So with this break right now due to weather, what is the mindset of the team now?
Yeah, I mean, we hope it goes back green. We don't want to finish second, right? But with this caution, we feel comfortable we can make it to the end here if we don't pit. If it goes back green, you're going to have some guys that are in the back are probably going to come put tires on. probably have some guys that stay out. I think we're probably going to look at staying out, clean air. It's just so hard to pass. And you look at guys that are, 7 or 8 positions behind us, you run a second slower just about at this place. So
I don't think I have one.
And just stay out if it goes green, and I feel like the clean
will
play out. But our truck gets better on older tires, so we feel pretty good. He's a little better than us in the tunnel turn, and we're better in the
it doesn't look that bad.
Grant's confident. He thinks he can race him pretty hard if we go back.
And when you talk about that confidence going into the day, Grant was saying this is one of the best trucks he's had
it's
all
not
season
that much.
long. We're seeing that confidence out there on the track. Feels like it's bleeding over throughout the entire team at
it
this
shows
point.
rain.
Yeah, everybody's been working hard. We've been just slowly making our trucks better. We started off with
at least till 8 o'clock.
Shop, and we're starting to get everything honed in to having the same stuff and bringing the same trucks.
No way.
Everybody's doing good at the shop.
Keep on hitting the like button for us. You guys are hanging out with us.
For us on the bodies. McAnally helps us a lot. GM, everybody.
Thank you for that subscribe as well.
Yeah, we're getting better every week, and I feel like we're really close to winning a race if everything will just go our way and we can execute a weekend right.
Good luck the rest of the way. This 9 team wants to go back racing, Jamie.
Well, I don't blame them. They had a good piece. Grant talked about it earlier today in practice, said it's the best truck he's had at Pocono, had a big smile on his face, really happy with the direction they're going.
Yeah, and we saw him stay right with Corey Haim. If he lost any ground,
truck race should only be 100 green laps because you'll have at least 100 laps under caution.
Consistently fast laps. So I would love to see this race go back green and see and it's going to be a mixed bag. As Jeff said, there's going to be some people that come and get 4 tires. Maybe those guys outside the top 10 try to make something happen there. We still have 28 trucks on the lead lap, so you'll give up a lot of track position unless you bring a lot of your friends with you down pit road.
You don't have any friends out there, Phil. Not even your teammates are your friends.
Let's hear from the leaders, crew chief, Amanda.
Well, Scott, we heard your driver say it's raining really hard in turn 2. You'll have to tell us how exaggerated that was. But as we switch from, we have the time on the scoreboard now as well as laps to go. How does your strategy adjust at this point?
We're going for the win. We're not coming back. So whatever happens. If they call it, we'll be good with that. If we go back racing, we'll rack them back up, see if we can win it straight up. The truck's been really good today. Corey's done a great job. Everybody at Tricon Garage has worked really, really hard on this truck to prepare.
Here's
for
our
this
Discord,
race.
guys. If you guys want to join our Discord, it's
we
free
feel
to
like
do.
we gave up last year, so
Just have to have a Discord login.
everything right now is good.
Will this caution help you guys get to the end?
Yeah, we're on it. We're close. As long as we don't have any green-white checkers, I think we'll be in good shape. And we've been saving the whole
Exactly.
run, so
just let it go.
By our calculations, we're okay to go to the end.
Well, Jamie, in Nashville, Corey Haim told me that he is the man to beat this season, and he has the team to do it.
Yeah, he does have that swagger and that confidence. And just take a look at what the season's been like for Corey Haim and this 11 team. 4-time winner already.
FS1 has
4 different types of racetrack. There's
for
a winner
15
at
more
Coda
minutes. So.
Earlier in the year.
And just at times he's just so much faster than the rest of the field.
The top 10 will
That's
not
why he
pit,
keeps
period.
pointing at his
Exactly.
watch, because his times are better than
Why the red
everyone
flag?
else.
There's rain on the track still, Joe. They can't run. They could probably run 8 caution laps, but they're not going to do that.
Quarter at Gateway.
And that was a really special win. Triple truck challenge. Paid off 50 grand there.
I mean, the ground doesn't
Trying to get
look
it
that
done
wet.
here tonight. Came so close last year. Of all people, it was Kyle Busch, who he
And it might be just one
drove
turn
for
they're
in
trying
the
to
past
they're trying to
and
dry.
Spent time with, and Kyle has been really good to Corey Haim. Corey almost had him until
it is
a half a lap to go.
7:17, so they have about an hour and 3 minutes to go.
He was going to do exactly what he did. He wanted to win. He said, I want to be greedy. I want to win all the points, get all the points. And if he can hold on for the win, whether it rains it out or whether we get back going, he wins. That's a 60-point day for Corey Haim and Scott Zipadelli. And that's going to make up some ground. Christian Eckes has been so good, but that is going to make up some ground. They want to win that regular season point championship.
And look at the progress here. I don't think we're out of the realm of possibilities. I think we could go back racing quickly.
We hope that is the case. 8 laps to go. Drivers will stay strapped in their trucks. Don't go away. You got to stay here for the finish.
All right. This rain should mercifully end this debacle, I know, but I don't think it's going to. The rain's not really that falling much, so we'll see what happens here. Stick with us. We're going to bring you the final finish of this race. I got the jet dryers out there, and we'll see what happens. Who's your favorite driver? There you go. And I have a backup hat too when I can't wear the Denny hat. So yes, I have 2 NASCAR hats. Don't judge me, Michael. Don't judge me. All right, we'll see. Maybe they'll get these guys out on the track. Maybe it's just that one turn that's wet. The radar doesn't look too bad. They will probably let race run over scheduled time because it's a replay of USA Canada after. Okay. So there is a setting up just like Nashville, except no lights. Exactly. It's going to keep on going. Caution after caution after caution. Who's going to run out of gas? Do I like Chase Elliott? I mean, he's not my favorite driver, but he's all right. I know a lot of Chase Elliott fans don't like Denny Hamlin for the run-ins that we've had with each other. $163 likes. Let's see if we get to 200. And maybe 10 more subscribers to 16,750. We'll be exactly 250 subscribers away from 17K. We'll have to have a big day tomorrow or Sunday to do it. We have a lot of people left. We had almost 300 in here. They're like, nah, I ain't watching. I ain't watching a rain delay.
Welcome back to Pocono Raceway. Exciting time as we just heard a big roar from the crowd as they announced drivers back out on track. We have 8 laps remaining. You guys think? I mean, they were making quick progress of the little bit of rain that did fall.
Yeah, I love it. I love to see these trucks back on the racetrack. And Jeff Stankiewicz is going to get his wish. Go after that win.
I'm going to tell you what, though. Some of them know that that if this thing restarts, they're not going to make it to the finish. You know, they're going to have to either come to pit road or they're going to run out of gas because they haven't calculated that closely. But these caution laps are going to make a tremendous difference. But still, a little bit antsy, I think, down there on pit road.
Caution of the night.
Scott Zipadelli said that Corey
2
Heim
were
was
stage
saving,
caution,
while he was saving, he was still the fastest
Caruth.
truck on the racetrack, if not the
Now
fastest,
this one
the second
for
fastest.
rain.
So, well, I don't know. These caution laps were desperately needed for these trucks, I think, to get to the end. Saw the 91 of Zane Smith go around
Raj Caruth,
our leader. He did to get to free pass. Been a lap down most of this race.
When
Now
him
back
and the
on
7
lead,
car
had
got
some
in
trouble
together
earlier.
Hello, Susie in Florida.
See
What's going on,
final lap
Susie
of the race
Alfred? Thank you for
drivers
watching.
falling out of the race, running out of fuel. You want to see them have an equal shot at it to the finish. I know that's part of racing, but you hate it for them, for the team. So hopefully everybody is in
Thank you
a
for subscribing,
good
Debbie.
situation now with
Appreciate ya.
another lap or two of
awesome.
caution here, maybe even 3 or 4
Debbie,
laps at this
thank
point
you.
as
Yeah,
they continue to drive.
They don't want to come back and see one to go yet. Just
No.
let me have another lap or 2 for some insurance.
Yeah, it could be exciting there, Michael.
And there also could be overtimes. You know that
You're welcome.
this restart's going to be wild. We talk about how aggressive these drivers are on the restarts. I don't know how wide they can go into turn
Mike,
one,
I'm going
maybe
Corey
5
Heim
wide or
here.
whatever.
Picking
But,
Corey Heim
we get
for the
another
win.
caution. We get some overtimes. That's
You're
going to
welcome,
really
Kirk.
put a strain on these teams that are trying to stretch the fuel.
Uh-oh.
Still sprinkling out there.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Well, as long as we're under caution, we're counting the laps.
That's right.
Like to see these finish to completion. Don't want to see it end under caution.
Check out this. This is how you save fuel. You turn your engine off. Get it a little bit of momentum, lug it along, and then when you get a chance,
Turn it back on.
shut your motor down and
Only
coast.
3 races, really
You can hear him lugging
2
that
after
engine,
this one before the
then he
truck
shut it off.
playoffs. Yeah, they don't do too many,
We're
do
told
they?
are going to bring them back to pit road
Oh, well.
as the raindrops are getting a little bit heavier.
They tried.
Yeah,
we
it
got
doesn't-
close there, didn't we? To get
So
back
close.
going.
Our spotters are telling us there's rain everywhere, so definitely don't pit because they don't see the possibility of us going back racing. But man, that got everybody's attention there to crank those things up, and
Taj, I got Denny winning out in Chandler Smith on Saturday.
Exciting
And now
weekend
just
of
call
racing.
it. That's right, Steven. Just call it.
Long Pond, Pennsylvania. Always fun to go there. Beautiful, beautiful part of the world. A lot of hiking up there. A lot of race fans. Have the Xfinity Series race coming up tomorrow. Cup Series on Sunday.
One of the coolest infields in NASCAR. It reminds you of Michigan and Pocono, or excuse me, Michigan, Talladega, Pocono. There's a lot of folks that camp out there for several days of the week to be a part of this weekend in the mountains.
Originally, it was just in one of the turns, but now it's everywhere.
They'll bring them back down. So frustrating. Thought they were going to get to finish these last 8 laps of the race, but the red flag is out, so they stop counting.
I understand they're trying to appease the fans, but there's nobody in the stands. It's like empty.
Yeah, once everyone got to pit road, then they've displayed the red flag again.
See the top 10 there. Matt Mills, a great day for him. Great effort. Chase Purdy found himself up there in the top 10. Dean Thompson.
Can't show the TV.
Good run for Dean. He's had a couple bumps in the road lately. There you see him covering up the 11 of Corey.
And now they're covering up the truck.
That's 2 top 10s in a row here for Dean Thompson. He finished 8th here last year as well.
Matt Mills talked about his good run. Top 5 at Charlotte.
The jet dryers are back out.
Last time out
now
in
we
Nashville.
have 8 to go. The timer is not on yet.
That's when you get out of that truck with a smile on your face, because, you know, the Mellow Man's out there. He's your teammate. You want to make sure you keep pace with him, even though he's one of the best drivers in all of NASCAR. You still have an ego if you're a racer. You want to show people that you can do whatever anyone else could do in that equipment.
Brett Holmes just outside the top 10 with an 11th place run here. Good run for Brett.
See Christian Eckes' truck started on pole tonight because of the metric. Had a little bit of rain earlier in qualifying. It's kind of been hindering us throughout, but the good thing is we got most of the race in before the rain came.
Musical red flags and chairs.
And drivers have been told that they can exit their trucks.
Yep, it's over.
That's when our 8:20 race end starting to become more and more of a factor, because you can't get the race started back just immediately. If they didn't lose the track the first time it showered, but this time I feel like with them letting the drivers out and as heavy as we saw the rain, I think might be a bit of a challenge to get it dry. We'll see.
Yeah, they do such a good job of making the racetrack raceable.
Vortex theory? Apparently not, because the rain came anyway.
You can do about it. If it just gets too wet and there's not going to be enough time left.
Yeah,
fairly
they just
late start
told the drivers they can get out of the trucks.
But we had some great racing.
We did that.
Over 60 laps of it.
Showed the onboard with Daniel Dye back in 18th. Tough break for him. He ran up there in the top 5 most of this race. Had a slow pit stop, got mired back in traffic.
That's when those stage points become oh so important and critical, Jamie. You're able to say, well, at least we walked out of there with points, even though we stumbled at the end. The engine died on Daniel when he was on pit road, and that caused them to have a 20-some second pit stop, and that put them in the back. There goes Daniel.
Yeah, for sure, top 10. Jamie, as you mentioned, ran in the top 5 all day. So
Daniel Dye gained a lot of points today. Now he's only -6 behind the cut line.
But the aggressive moves, the way he was driving, the way he's racing,
that's right.
It's a different guy from a year ago. A lot to carry his head high about, I think, what they're doing.
It's just so much confidence and deserve it as well.
Let's hear from Grant Enfinger, who's in second right now, Josh.
Oh, that's right, and we just heard from Jeff Stankiewicz, his crew chief, a few minutes ago. He wanted to go back racing. I know you want to go back racing because, like you told me, this truck is really good.
Yeah, hopefully we can get back out there. It's not looking real promising right now, but, I mean, our team as a whole has been really clicking since North Wilkesboro, I feel like. We unloaded really good again today with our champion power equipment Chevy, and this is the best truck I've had at Pocono. I feel like we're a little bit better than Corey there on the long run. I feel like he's getting through the tunnel better than I am. I feel like I'm getting through turn 1 better than he is, and turn 3 is kind of a wash. So obviously track position is really big here, but you know, we're going to be close on fuel. I know Corey was too. kind of hoping to run it
It would have
towards the
been a
end. 'Cause I
crazy
feel like
finish,
from a
though,
handling
if
standpoint,
they did go.
we were getting a little bit better. He was falling off just a little bit quicker than us. But and overall, just happy with our performance and happy with our trending up right now. So, like I said, a really fast Champion Power Equipment Chevrolet, and hopefully we can get back out there today. If not, really looking forward to the next week at IRP as well.
Thanks, Grant.
Yeah, who is it?
Grant Enfinger mentioned North Wilkesboro is really when they turned the page and started clicking, and they finished
I think
second
they
there.
make
That was
the
their first
announcement here
top
in
5
2 minutes.
of the season. Could be another second place finish tonight, or if not, maybe one spot better if we get back to racing and finish this thing up.
A lot of smiles down there in that pit, though. They know they're heading in a great direction as we head toward the playoffs.
I hope so, Albert.
I like what he said, too, about Indianapolis Raceway Park. So many people just love that
50
little short
minutes.
track in Indiana. It's such a fun place to race. Got to race there back in the day, and I understand the energy when it comes to saying we're going to Indy to race. It's not the big track, but to me, it's just as fun.
You won there.
Who did he say was going to be?
Long time ago.
Corey
Look at
Heim
the
deserves to
smile
move
on
up
Heim
next
Time's
year.
face.
I agree with you, Taj. Connor
That's
Daly's
gotta
going
be
to be in the
tough to wait it
26 next week.
Not when you're leading.
Are we? Are we not? Are we good? Are we not?
Not when you're leading. You're like, I don't care. Let it rain. I mean,
it's a lot better to be waiting it out when you have the lead.
He was in that 44 car today.
Corey ran the Cup race last week for 23:11 at Chicago.
was strong, too. Got that thing up toward the top 10.
He also ran at Caraway Speedway
Now the
about a
jet
week and a half
drivers are just
ago.
staying there in
That
in
one
spot.
didn't turn out.
That didn't go
that
so
well.
good.
Not the same.
Awesome, Albert.
But if we're not racing a truck, he's racing something somewhere.
good,
Runs in the
man.
Xfinity Series quite a bit for Sam Hunt Racing. Well, I just mentioned Caraway Speedway. This is what happened a little over a week ago.
Yeah, the Cars Tour, a little midweek race. Got together with Jacob Hefferner in the 95 car. There's Jacob right there.
Jacob backed out from underneath of him, and he rolled him on over.
Awfully glad to. I was actually watching this
I know,
race
I
when
do
it
it.
happened, and was awfully glad to see Corey able to
Think
get out
about
of
your
that
hat
car.
preference on Sunday.
It took him a good while to
I know
get that
exactly
car
what hat I'm
turned
wearing
over.
on Sunday. All
There he
weekend.
is walking to the ambulance. Yeah, yeah. That
And
was
you told
Corey.
me that you like that hat better than the FedEx hat, so.
This one's going to be a whole lot better outcome, I think, than that Caraway race.
It's been an eventful couple of weeks for Corey Heim. Josh, who do you have?
I'm here with Christian Eckes, one of the guys that's been battling Corey Heim all season long for their regular
Eckes.
season championship. But talk to me about this race right now. Obviously, you guys lost some spots on that last pit stop, able to get your way back to third. But what do you have left if we go back racing?
I don't know if I have anything for the 11. He was just really good. I just didn't have what it took to do that. But our Napa Auto Care Chevy is pretty solid. I think
Wow, we're
it's
still
a second
good
or
here.
third place truck. So if we go back green here, I
so.
think we'll have a shot at it. But overall, just proud of the effort. Our day got a little tougher there after that pit stop, but we've rebounded okay, and just got to keep on digging forward.
This top 10 streak you guys got going on and in line to keep that going here today. What can you say about the consistency of what this 19 team is doing?
Yeah, no, it's been good for sure. The only one outside the top 10 was a DNF at Atlanta, and I felt like we had the best
I'll
truck
make
there.
sure
So,
refresh.
just kinda
Might
speaks
be your
volumes to
computer
everybody
might be
here at McAnally
lagging.
Hillman Racing.
We're good.
I don't know if we have the race-winning truck today, but normally do. So just proud of everybody.
Thanks, Christian.
Yeah, it has been a heck of a streak for him. Best of his career, not to mention the 3 wins on the season so far.
There's the first
tomorrow,
one
too.
of the season for him at Bristol. Dominated that race at Bristol.
And then we go to the short track in Virginia, Martinsville. He does the same thing, pulls away late and gets another victory. And then the only word to describe the third victory.
Beat down.
Yes, domination.
Perfection.
Beat down's 2 words, Phil, but
Okay,
that's
there you
close. But there he is in victory lane celebrating with his guitar. And the interesting thing about Christian at Nashville, you know, usually he says, I don't think our truck's right where it needs to be. I'm not sure. At Nashville, he told me before the race, he said, this thing is right.
I think he smiled, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a smile on his face before the race. That's something I'd never seen before. And then he goes out and leads every lap of the race. And as we said, one word, he's just a beatdown.
Well, let's hear from another driver, Taylor Gray. Amanda?
Yeah, Jamie is currently sitting in the 5th position, said that he does have the truck to get after it if we get back to green. So when you go through your mind of how you would execute this finish, what would you do?
Yeah, man, no, honestly, it's all about who gets the best restart, right? Who's going to be the most aggressive, who's going to take the biggest chance to get clean air and get out front. So We have a really good Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. Jeff Hensley did a good job this weekend, bringing a really fast truck. Just have to execute. Hopefully, go back green here. Rain holds off.
When you talk about the restart, there's a lot of anticipation in that start. How do you move through the momentum of what is required in a restart?
Kind of heard you. I
You
kind
and
of lost
Eckes
it
took
on
a
the
picture
last
together?
half of there, but honestly, just the biggest thing is just have to focus.
Oh, yeah, those NASCAR, those
just
guitars
listen to your
look cool.
resources and just execute a restart.
And you're going to watch the
for someone
Rangers and
that barely heard
Astros.
it, guys. Well done. How about that stash he's rocking?
Oh, yeah.
Throwback to the 70s. Old school Tricon jacket, too. Looking good. Sitting 5th right now, too. Happy with that, but ready to get going. 8 laps remaining here. Track drying continues at Pocono.
I guess they assume they can get this thing started here and end it with 5 seconds to go. But I guess we'll hang here. We already got 40 minutes to go. Appreciate y'all hanging out here. Probably less than 50 minutes now. Less than 50 minutes to go. But they're going to try to run these last 8 laps. I don't understand. But we're under rain delay for a light rain shower that went over the track. Problem about this track, it's 2.5 miles long. And it's not like some short track where we can dry it and be done here in about less than 30 minutes. This might take all of 40. I don't know. But let's see what happens. Anyone got a deck of cards? Exactly. So I guess we can use this time to hit that like button for us and subscribe. Maybe we can get to 200 likes before this is over. And I say they run the 8 laps under caution, and whoever does not run out of gas wins. Or they make it a pit road thing, and whoever you have to change 4 tires. You have to change 4 tires and fuel, and then get up to the pit. And whoever gets out first without speeding wins. Make this a pit challenge. You can't race on the rain, so let everybody come in. Everybody has to change 4 tires. And the ones up front get the option. And whoever gets out quickest wins. Of course, Eckes will probably win because he's P1, but I don't know, something different. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Whatever happened to after halfway, if it rains, it's over? Whatever happened to that? Just waiting. Thought for sure we'd be done by now. 16,741 on our subs. If you haven't hit the subscribe, make sure you do. We do NASCAR every single week here on our channel. We try to do every race when it is possible. Craftsman Truck Series, NASCAR Xfinity Series, and NASCAR Cup Series. Plus, we do qualifying and practice on Saturdays for them. So if you like NASCAR, plus we do a race preview vlog that we have every week. Check out ours. We just released it today around 2 o'clock. So let's see what happens here.
As we're under a weather delay right now. Showing 7 laps to go, and we're under red. But the good news is the track drying continues, and that means the rain has let up. We want to see this thing all the way to the end.
We do.
A lot of drivers do, too. There's guys that find themselves back
under caution, not red
because
anymore.
Of some issues on pit road. Josh, I think you've caught up with one of those drivers.
We're going back to racing then.
Yeah, here with Daniel Dye, and like you mentioned, one of those drivers that would love to see this race through to the end. Obviously a strong points day for you so far, but right now not in the position you'd like to be because of a pit stop.
Yeah, just stalled coming in the pit box. Idle's really low.
So you figure green-white checker here,
probably could have fixed in
and
practice
whoever
too,
doesn't
so,
run out of gas wins.
Yeah, it sucks for sure. Got to start
5,
fighting, hopefully get a little bit of help from my teammates moving forward.
So 6 laps come back the
like
first
you said,
one.
really good stage
5,
day.
So maybe
we're getting back in the
green
truck, so
flag on lap
fight my butt
4.
off and get as close to the front
So
as
we
I
got
can.
2 more laps after that.
There you go. Go get him, Daniel.
One more try.
Back
That's
to the
right,
trucks,
Steve.
he said.
I love that.
Breaking news from Daniel Dye.
We
Not only
heard
does
the
he carry
crowd.
his onboard camera with us, he breaks news to us.
Yes, he does.
Back in fashion.
We don't have
Crowd's
to pay him,
excited.
do we? We don't have to pay him for all the stuff he does, do we?
Truckers getting back in. Shows 6 laps to go now that it's switched over to the yellow. Corey Heim says, all right, I can go out and fight for another 6 laps. So we've had 4 different leaders tonight. Corey Heim has led 48.
I'm a fan of fuel
Christian
mileage
Eckes led
races.
the
I know
11,
Denny isn't from last
opening laps.
Nashville week.
Jake Garcia led 4, and Grant
And who knows? The top,
shown as leader of 1 lap.
The top
Tanner Gray just took a
could run
good
out
look
of
at
fuel
him
here.
as he
They're
buckles
all
in,
on the same
sitting
lap.
10th. Talk about that cutoff line so much and who's out and who's in. With just 2 races remaining after Pocono before the playoffs, Tanner Gray, 14 points to the good. See it right there.
Like that paint job on the watermelon.
And it's switched around a bit.
Yeah, it has. And it's going to switch around a bit more if we throw that green flag. There's going to be a lot of anxious drivers outside the top 10 that will be serious about fighting their way through. And anytime it gets this late in a truck race, it's just, it's chaotic.
It will,
I think
DJ.
is the best word to explain exactly what these restarts do look like.
See the 4 win stickers right by Corey Heim's name. They're running out of room. They're going to have to start covering up his name.
He'll gladly take his name off and put
Everybody
some more stickers.
loves stickers. The stickers are what it's all about.
Chris Buescher really started for the fans that weren't aware of win stickers.
What happened
at
to
Darlington,
Larson? He
so
ran
upset.
out of fuel.
He
Thank
went
you,
up and
Skid
he said,
Car
"He's got
Systems.
the win
Thank
sticker.
you so
I
much
don't." Well, there
for
they are.
subscribing.
You win. You get a sticker
Remember what
to
happened when
show
Larson ran out of
everybody
fuel on the
how
restart?
many times you've gone to victory lane.
And that could help
Kyle
you.
couldn't
or
go
it will
anywhere,
help
and
you to a
Chase nailed him
championship.
from
That's how
behind and
important
wrecked.
those stickers are. Each one of them 5 playoff points.
Well, it's been a fun and exciting evening so far here at
Yep, it's back out.
Pocono.
We're gonna
A
go
little race
again here.
recap.
That was the only blemish of the day, pretty much, for Corey Heim.
Yeah, just didn't get the start we thought he would get, but he was able to rally.
Yep, next week,
You can
Indy.
see, look at that dive
on
to
the big
inside of the
oval.
racetrack. That's
Now,
all
the
about
Craftsman Truck
aerodynamics,
Series
getting
will
away
not
from
be
the
on the
other
oval.
trucks.
They will be on a smaller track at Indy.
There he is,
Next
grabbing that
Friday
second
night.
spot.
Under the
First
lights.
shot from the back, yeah. Here he is now, fighting with Christian Eckes, battling for the lead.
One of
Corey
the
was
most
able to-
exciting battles we saw all night.
Yeah, Corey passed him going in the tunnel turn, then Christian did the crossover, got him back, but then Corey stayed on the outside and was able to get the lead back and wins that first stage.
You know what he's going to do also, Phil? We're going to see some great battling throughout the field. You can see Nicholas Sanchez.
We try our best,
into the
DJ.
side. Jake
I'm
Garcia.
thankful you guys come back
and
every
then
week.
Getting loose
This
is
time the
Rajah
winner gets
Caruth.
to kiss the bricks, not brink
He's able
milk,
to keep
which
the
they should
gas
do.
down,
anyway.
get the brakes on, and keep that truck out of the outside wall. That was a great move for Rajah, and the red flag flies for precipitation in the area.
And that incident with Raja was the only caution we've had for incident. The other two, obviously, the end of
Jimmy
the stage
Johnson's
breaks.
coming back, huh? And while all this was going on, Corey Heim was dominating.
Yes.
He's been that kind of guy. But just a reminder, when you
Earnhardt, what's
lead the
up?
race
Good
and
to
you're
see
going
you.
that fast, you're using more gas. So I'm still interested to see these pits, these caution laps gain you basically a lap when you make a lap. Under green, you can get 2 under caution. So
Yeah, it's close to 1-to-1. You gain, or 2 for 1, I should say.
And look what you get to take home. Not
Thanks for
only
the
do you get to take
subscribes.
home that
Appreciate it,
beautiful
y'all. Keep hitting
All-American
that like up.
trophy with the Bald Eagle, you get the Craftsman
Almost to
tools.
200 likes as well, trying to get to 200
that's the
likes.
deal of the race right there.
Don't you get the big Craftsman chain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much,
I like that
Earnhardt?
too.
Like
Good to
the
see you, buddy.
medallion
Yeah.
or whatever on
Like
it.
Flavor Flav?
Yeah.
Corey Heim's racking those up.
Yep, getting buckled in.
This is a great sign.
Yes, it is. You can see the sun shining on the press box up at the top of the screen.
You know, I know, obviously, these caution laps have allowed these teams to save a little more fuel like you were talking about, Michael, but I'm not sure. We're still out of the woods yet on some people possibly running out of gas.
Or possibly pitting right now as well.
Well, and you mentioned
I'm going Heim.
possibility of
I've
green
picked
white
them all
checker
day.
too.
And I
Going
would think
high.
a strong possibility now, a green-white checker, because we know how aggressive these drivers are with such a little time left in this race.
Certainly a sense of urgency. And that's one team that's excited to see this. Grant Enfinger.
I think this one as well, Charles Denike on the pit box for Christian Eckes.
Wonder what his notebook looks like now. How many pages are left?
I think he just threw it down. He's done. He said, "You've got what you've got. We We hopefully have enough fuel.
It was designed by his daughters and his Father's Day gift
fuel.
back in June. Nice.
Not much we can do about it right now.
That's why we race. Don't know the outcome.
Remember, Charles went from plan A to plan B.
And then right back.
And then right back. Right back.
You know, you have a right to change your mind when
Yes,
the facts
you do.
change.
Yes, you do.
Well, we mentioned that the regular season is winding down. Just 2 races remain after tonight. Next Friday night, my hometown, Indianapolis. We go to Lucas Oil Raceway Park. And you set the scene, Michael, how fun it is to race there. Always good racing, no matter what they're racing out there. Under the lights, it's going to be exciting. We'll see some of that, too.
Yeah, I was part of the first Busch Series race we ever ran at IRP back in 1982, and I cannot tell you how big a deal that was for NASCAR to go into the Indianapolis market. Yes, it wasn't the Brickyard, but it was
so
a
the
great
Lucas
event
Oil Indianapolis
there at
Raceway next Friday night. We'll be bringing it to you live.
Lucas Oil Raceway Park,
and then
July
Richmond,
19th.
August 10th. They got
Short
a whole
track,
month
short
off.
track. We're going short tracking.
And Richmond, baby.
Wow.
August 10th.
We got
Looking
also,
forward
there's
to
2
those
weeks
2
off.
races.
The
I know there's a
NASCAR
few of our drivers
all
in the
the guys
field.
are off
They
for
are
the
short
next 2
track
weeks after
specialists,
Indianapolis.
like Ty
So
Majeski. Looking forward to
makes
that.
sense.
And then Milwaukee Mile, that's a big track that races like a short track.
We call it a short track,
Yeah.
even though technically it's not, but we call
then
it
August
a short
25th at the
By
Milwaukee
the way,
Mile.
we're at Pocono, and all 3 turns were named or designed after 3 different racetracks. Turn 3, Milwaukee Mile.
track. That's right.
They're warming up for the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's right.
Turn 1, you know what turn 1's?
Trenton.
Trenton
New
Speedway.
Jersey, yeah.
And then Indianapolis Motor Speedway, turn 2. This track was designed by 1962 Indy 500 winner Roger Ward. That'd be fun.
Justin G, you still here?
There it is.
Through that long straightaway there, up to 185 or 90 miles an hour. And there's that Trenton turn number 1, kidney-shaped racetrack at Trenton.
And then turn 2, based off what we have at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
And the Milwaukee Mile. Always fun to go to Milwaukee, and we'll be there for the first race of our playoffs.
How fun to be a race car driver, though, and sit down and they say, okay, here's a piece of paper, here's a pen, you design what you want, and you come back with a triangle.
All right, let's see what happens. We're almost back
Initially,
to it.
they had
Make
this
sure you hit that like
racetrack
button
was
for us, trying to get
only
to 200
3/4 of a
likes.
mile.
We're
They
at
didn't have enough money to do the
179.
full 2.5 mile. So a lot of the early races, the ARCA Series
gonna
raced
go
here, and the
green
modified
here
modified
shortly.
raced here a lot on a 3/4 mile
Roger
racetrack
Ward only
inside of
knew
this.
how many people
My brother
have died
Benny was
here at
actually in that
Pocono.
first ARCA race here.
Now the
back
cars
in
are rolling.
1969. And Jamie, that race was won by Bobby Watson of Prestonburg, Kentucky.
They're into turn
A lot of
1,
history here.
stopped to get it all
So
situated.
we've seen this already once tonight. Raise the red
There's
flag.
no- I
It
mean,
is
there's not
caution.
that many
Bring
people
the
in the
trucks out,
stands.
park them here so everybody makes their way into the lineup.
How about a standing start? Just go from here.
Okay.
I don't know about all
I
that.
think it'll be a bit. I think if he goes
You're
anywhere, he
getting
goes
crazy on us,
extreme.
Bill.
He's
You're
not
going to get
go
them to get out and run over to their trucks like they used to.
And they did do that.
Yeah.
You know, I was told back in the day that those drivers would jump in those cars and take off, and they wouldn't put their belts on until they got to the Mulsanne Straight.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Man, this is exciting. You're going to get to see these 3 or 4 laps of green flag racing if we're lucky, or if everybody makes it, because if they throw the green flag with 2 or 3 laps to go, I highly doubt
If
that
JJ
everybody gets
Yaley
back
has
without
0
some
wins in
contact.
the
We could
top
see some
3
overtime.
series in
You don't think that's the
NASCAR.
last caution?
I don't think it is.
Hoppenheim gets this one. Me too, Commander. I am picking Heim
They've been pretty calm
to
tonight.
win this
29 trucks on the lead lap.
thing. I just got back. Did
Hear
something
the
happen
fans
with the
fired
18
up.
car?
They've waited all
no,
day.
I
It
don't
has been
think
a long
so.
day. It
Just-
always is for the truckers. They show up that day. The garage
18,
opens. They
Tyler
work on their
Ankel back in
trucks. They have 20
27.
minutes of
I don't
practice, which, by the
remember.
way, there was a
Chat, do
little
you
rain
remember?
delay then. Then they made the switch over to qualifying,
Chat, do you
and then there
remember
was
anything
another
about
delay
the
there, and then they
18
had
car?
to cancel qualifying. And then there was a quick turnaround. A couple hours later, we fired them up to start the race, got most of it in. And then the rain came with 8 laps to go.
All right, so they're probably
8:30 this morning is when the truck
Yeah, this was in some
garage
pit.
opened.
Taj,
for these teams.
yeah, you're right.
We will be finished by 8:30 Eastern
out.
because we will run out of light.
All right,
they
so
don't have
cars
lights
are rolling,
at this
so they're
racetrack.
going to go around. That's going to be
Everybody
5.
asked Bob Pockris, do they have lights at the track?
They come back around again with
Bob would say no.
If the lights go on the pace car,
we should be
4
fine.
laps.
Obviously, 8:20 is
If
what
not, it'll
NASCAR
be
is
3.
set for the time that this race
green,
would,
white, checkered.
Would be theoretically close to over after a green, a white flag, and a checker. But I don't think we're going to, unless we get a bunch of overtimes, we're not going to.
Midnight over there.
Approach that.
What about that
Happy
race at
Saturday
Nashville, the
to
Cup
you,
race? How many
Carl.
people running out of gas?
31 laps.
31 laps of overtime?
Finger
Yeah,
wins.
that's a lot of overtime.
Yes, it is.
So, Carl, tomorrow morning when we're up doing the race, you'll be going to bed.
Got Raja Karuth in ninth right now after that contact.
You're going
with
to be
Connor
getting
Bozak.
ready for bed when we're doing the qualifying
This
tomorrow.
truck really didn't have any damage on it. Lost a couple spots.
There's probably nobody in the field that wants this race restarted more than this young man right here, Daniel Dye.
We're going to open
crash
pit
here
road this
is going to
time
be a
by.
big one.
See how many people were telling us straight up they thought
I
they
have
were going to
TV,
make
but
it.
don't turn it on. See
somebody
those my
dart on
guy.
pit road.
Awesome, DJ.
That'd be a really hard pit stop to overcome, I think.
Yes,
I think
sir.
if I'm outside the top 50,
Carl's
going to
be going to bed when we wake up, y'all.
But you know,
We're
you
straight
can fan
tomorrow.
out on these restarts.
Yeah.
So if I'm outside the top 15,
Awesome.
I'm going to think about it. Possibly, I don't know that I could. I would have the guts to do it if I'm inside the top 15. How about you, Michael?
I agree with you 100%. Get enough fuel
Pleasure
in
to have
that
you here,
thing
Carl.
right now if you're out that far. And if there is a couple overtimes, you never know how far up front you can get.
Yeah, Busch can't run in the playoffs. He is unable to do that. Even if he did
There's
win
pit road.
tracks. All right,
if
so there's going to be
anybody
5 laps to go.
decides
Let's see
to
if the light turns off.
Get a
after
little
they pass
insurance
the
policy here
start-finish
with
line.
some fuel.
Yeah, nobody up front is going to do
Not
it.
interested.
Pit road is open. We will choose the next time. Here we got some.
So it's going to be
action
4
down
laps
here.
to go.
Couple in the back.
It's going to be green, white,
Looks like
checker.
Bailey
That's what it's going to be.
41, Luke
And
Fenhouse,
here comes
Jake
some
Garcia.
guys. The 41, the 66, the 13, and the
33,
33.
Wallace Allen.
All pitting.
They're all going to pick up a little insurance with their fuel. Never know what'll happen up front.
Chastain pitted, yep.
16th is where Bailey Curry was
Chastain
running. So we
is
said,
out.
Michael, just outside the top 15, and that's exactly what happened.
And you saw those sticker tires go on there. We have seen some fall off in the tires throughout the course of a long run, but
No, he's in
probably
4th.
going to need, like I said, a little
He's in
overtime
4th.
action if he's able to
He's in
take
4th.
advantage of this
Okay.
stop.
I was going to
That's
say.
one thing Jeff
I
Stankiewicz
just
said
saw
when
him
we
there.
interviewed him after the first stoppage. He said there will be
When you
there's a
first
little bit of fall
said
off
it,
of
I
the
looked at the
tires,
starting lineup, but I
again,
didn't see it.
Nobody inside the top 15 came to
They
pit
all
road.
blend together sometimes.
Sage Karam, Luke Fenhouse, a couple of guys we don't
All right, so when
usually
they come
see
back
in the
around, it'll
truck
be
series.
4.
Luke making his second start.
And when they come back around again,
finished
it'll be
10th in
3.
his truck series debut at Gateway in the 66 for Thor Sport.
So it's going to be
Sage
green,
making his
white,
second
checkered.
truck series
Larry
start
says
ever,
Ford
right?
suck.
Congratulations to Sage, by
Only
the way.
one
Became
Ford
a new
in the
dad
top-
for the first time,
2
actually,
Fords
just
in
a
the top
month
20.
ago. Jetson is his
Here's
son's
your
name.
other side of the field if
They
you
live
want
in
to know.
Philadelphia, or in Pennsylvania.
Ty Dillon
So
in
a home
22nd.
racetrack for Sage.
Zane Smith on the lead lap there.
Let's see what
29th.
Ross is thinking. We talked to him early before the race, Phil, and he said he was going to be calm and take it easy. Now he's in 4th, and there's only a couple laps to go. You think he ramps her up?
Yes.
Okay, let's ask him.
No
Hey,
Kias.
Ross, it's Michael Waltrip and the Fox Sports team. Do you copy me? Hey, Ross, it's the Fox Sports team. Do you copy? I want to ask you a question.
I think so too, Kelly.
I'm not Ross. This is Sage Karen, but you can tell Ross I said hello.
Ah!
All right.
Oh, thanks, Sage. If we get a hold of Ross, I'll tell him you sent your best.
Sounds good.
That's awesome.
Well, we were just talking about Sage. So hello, Sage.
Yeah, he's from this area.
That's hilarious.
We were just talking about you.
Nice to check in on Sage.
What up,
Got a little
Dallas?
airtime.
It's always fun to see who you find on somebody else's radio.
It was
We
nice
should play
funny.
radio roulette. Just spin it and see who we
That
land
was
on.
hilarious.
Nice of him to say hello to Ross, too, though, I thought.
Wishing him the best.
Whoops.
All right, choose could be really critical here. We're coming to the choose. This time,
I want to be on the outside, but
Corey's going to take the outside.
I don't want to give up a row. So I think if I'm Grant, I go to the bottom.
It's actually on
Fading towards
national
the bottom
television.
Right now,
How
that
do you
will
mess up?
probably allow Christian Eckes to jump to the outside.
45.
Well,
No, he went behind him.
How about that? Grant Enfinger is going to stay to the outside.
Oh,
Christian Eckes
Heim
will
and
restart this race
Eckes
right
on the front
inside
row for the
of his
win.
arch nemesis, Corey Heim.
And the thing about it is,
This is
it's
gonna be a
hard to
battle.
hold that bottom lane. Your truck wants to get loose. It wants to slide up.
Enfinger
So
and
when
then
you do go up
Chastain.
top,
Now he
when
is
you're,
on the inside
Grant
this
Enfinger,
time.
You're taking a chance on somebody sliding into you. I think if you're Corey Heim, you're confident you can get the jump on the start and take the turn yourself. But when you make the decision, Grant just
This
made,
should be interesting.
It could be dicey.
Eckes and Christian on the inside. Eckes and then Heim on the front row. Colbert, keep hitting that like button for us.
Push.
Keep hitting that subscribe. As we're going to come down to green, white, checkered.
See if he can deal with them after that. You got to shove, you know, and that's the fastest
15
truck.
likes to go to 200 likes. Help us get to 200 likes.
I can't risk going down in turn one on the inside.
Did Enfinger make the great decision? I don't think so. This is what Chastain did last time.
On the start, so we saw Corey Heim have a struggle.
Withrow says the Levin walks away with
lost
it.
a number of positions. Every other leader has taken the
So
outside.
we've waited through
for
2
these
rain
restarts.
delays. And now we're ready to settle this with green, white, checkered. Show your appreciation by hitting that like button for us. We're trying to get to 200 likes.
Weaving his truck back and forth, making sure he gets all the
Who is going to run out of gas?
excess
Who's
rubber,
going to win this
build up
thing?
off of them and go racing.
So we'll have 3 laps to go when we take the green here. And the front row looks just
Jamie
like it
says
did
she's
when we
ready.
dropped the initial green flag. Just flip-flopped.
Assuming that we don't get any more caution flags, we're going to have 3 laps to go.
All right, lights off on the pace car.
I'd be shocked.
Green, white, checkered.
I would be too. There's just too much on the line.
Thank you guys for getting almost to 200 likes.
You know you can just push a little bit harder and you step over that line, and next thing you know, you got trucks spinning.
Here we
I
go.
haven't calculated the exact time.
Pull those
since the
belts
rain
tight.
came, but
One
it's been a
last
while.
time.
They've
Corey
been
Heim, let's
waiting
go,
in and
baby.
out of their trucks.
Green flag. Boogity,
Corey
boogity,
Heim has
boogity.
been the dominant
Let's go
truck
racing,
racer on the
boys.
inside. Christian Eckes on the inside. Green flag is in the air.
Pretty good start for Christian. Has a good
Side
push
by
with Ross
side.
behind him.
He fan out
Ross is
behind him.
pushing him.
Oh,
there's Christian.
He saves it. Here comes Ross Chastain.
Ross
to the
was
inside.
pushing
How did he keep
Eckes
his
so
truck
much he got him
straight?
loose.
And not only did he keep us straight,
And that
he's
sent
gaining
Heim
ground on
gone.
Grant Enfinger on the outside.
I don't think Christian Eckes lifted there. Side by side with
Wow.
Grant Enfinger per second. Is that
Matt Mills dives
Side
on
by
the inside. Ross
side.
Chastain
3 to
goes
go.
crashing back in the back.
They're wrecking in the back.
making hay on the outside.
No
Couple
caution
of slow
yet.
trucks behind him.
I don't think that'll bring a caution flag out, though.
3 to go. Heim in the lead.
Matt Crafton up in the top 10.
Let's
but look
go,
at
Chevy.
that lead for Corey Heim.
Massive
Heim is
restart
gone.
for Corey Heim, doing what he's been doing all race
Mount
long.
Billy says, "Come
Grant
on,
Enfinger
caution."
heard in the interview he thinks he's better than him on the long run. We don't have time for a long run here.
Friesen pushing
Stuart Friesen trying
Chastain.
to push ahead, get all he can here, needs those points desperately.
He was able to use that draft to get ahead of the 77 of Chase Purdy. Look at
Comes Matt
down to the
Crafton
inside
in top
of
10.
Matt Mills.
This save is amazing. He's getting the push
Christian
he wants.
Eckes
He wants
could have
this
wrecked
push,
the
but
field.
it goes awry. You could see Ross out on the I can't believe he saved that truck. That is amazing.
And Ross was trying
Wow.
to help him. He was
2 to
not
go.
trying to get
We're
him
still good.
sideways.
We're still
A lot of
good.
damage on the front of Ross
Still
Chastain's
green.
truck. That number 45. But
Over
this
a
is the
half a
battle right
second
here
lead
for
for Heim.
second.
Corey Heim saying, let's just get to the white flag before anything happens.
Well, he's going to get there in a hurry.
He's going to get there. We've got a truck that's crippled on the inside of the racetrack. That's the one that was smoking on the back
White
stretch.
flag,
He
Corey
is gonna
Heim.
get to the start-finish line.
White flag is in the air. Next flag will end the race, whether it's caution or a checkered. Hot pursuit behind him. Christian
Eckes, here he comes.
takes a peek to the inside. Can he get
Takes
around
it inside
Grant
on
Enfinger and take
Enfinger.
over that second spot?
Doesn't have anything to lose. He's got enough of gap there if he gets to the inside of him and stays there.
This is over. Corey Heim,
The truck
baby.
of Taylor Gray's not going to get there.
He's going to dip back in behind to try to get a little bit of draft off this 9 of Enfinger.
Corey Heim was leading on the final lap of this race last year. He was passed in turn
Called it
2
me
by
too,
Kyle
Lord Withrow.
Busch
It's
and
Heim
finished
time.
second. Had a little bit of redemption, brought back a brand new race truck. Looking for
Look
his
at
first
Enfinger.
win at Pocono.
On the pole in Nashville.
Grant Enfinger behind him by 8
Finishing
tenths.
P2 here.
Corey Heim in the 11 truck.
Congratulations,
They
Corey
have been
Heim.
lights out all season long.
Let's
and he
go.
does it. Checker flag in the air. Corey
Another pick by CeeLo.
Fifth time in 2024.
And he just won $100 for Larry. Woo!
Just an amazing restart, amazing young race driver. He can get it done in all circumstances.
Ross, he was pushing Eckes so hard it got him loose, almost wrecked the field.
I love it because they love to go over and meet their driver and lift him up and celebrate with them.
We talk about the Christian Eckes-Corey Heim battle all year long. These two drivers have won 8 of the last 11 races.
Thank you, boys. Thanks for all your hard work this week. We know we had some late
All right,
hours.
Justin. Drive safe, buddy.
And you guys are awesome. Great job.
Coming into this race, I had written down the #1 driver on restarts this year, Corey Heim. Huge restart, the one that counted.
The #1 driver in most all categories is Corey Heim, and that's why he's racing on Sunday already, and will be racing on Sunday full time before long.
And Scott Zipadelli right there.
What a job he's done too, right?
It's incredible.
Yeah.
He's been around so long and crew chiefed in different series, but he knew he had a special one when he was paired with Corey Heim, and I think he's living his best life right now.
Let's
Yes, he is.
Corey Heim.
60-point day.
Last race, Eckes was the dominant. This
Christian
race,
Eckes just did it
Corey
at
Heim the
Nashville.
dominant.
Christian Eckes
You're welcome,
makes a
guys.
statement
We'll see
at
you tomorrow
Nashville.
morning.
Corey Heim says, not so quick,
Cup
young
race.
man. I'm going to match that.
The stream will be up later.
The sun is shining, and it's raining.
And it's raining again.
Hats off to NASCAR, too, for never giving up, working that track in, getting us a chance to see that dramatic restart and that last
It's
lap.
a sun shower. Mark Smith says that's our crew chief, our producer. Look at that.
Got to be a rainbow somewhere if we're going to have some rain out there, right?
Yep, they finished it.
Unbelievable. It was
All right, we'll
clear
be doing
just enough
Braves
for
here
3
pretty soon,
laps of
guys, so make
racing.
sure you stick around for some Braves.
Hey, and the guys, they kept it straight. They tried to wreck.
Yeah, they did in the back, but not in the front, so that was good.
Well, they tried at the very start on the restart when that great push by Ross Chastain turned Christian sideways.
That's the move. That's the save of the year, I think. Wow. What a job Christian Eckes did hanging onto that truck. Wide open, by the way.
Corey Heim's getting pretty good at these burnouts.
It's a lot of practice out of him.
Corey Heim, baby.
Does he have a watch deal yet?
Wish I could run down there and talk to him like we did at St. Louis.
Isn't it so much fun? To me, the best part of being a pit reporter is getting to talk to the winner right when they get out of that truck or car.
There's his team coming down to celebrate.
There's Goat. Cameraman getting the shot.
Look at that sunset.
What a beautiful picture.
Yeah, that's dramatic. That was a fun race.
2 more likes to 200, y'all. Help us get there.
The race was 10 laps longer than it's ever been before, and it took a while to get
Later,
through
nerds.
those last 10
Peace.
laps, but we did it.
Probably an hour or more to get that through those last 10 laps.
So,
Watermelon Man almost wrecked Eckes. Well, he did wreck
Corey
Eckes,
Heim,
but Eckes
22
saved
years
it.
old from Marietta, Georgia. 10th career win in just his 55th start.
Look at that. That's a cool shot.
Look at that.
That's sun coming through the car.
That
with
makes
the
my
smoke.
eyes happy.
That's an awesome shot.
This
Great
moment makes
sunset
Corey
Pocono tonight.
very happy. There's his team. They always come out to greet him. Yep, it's Heim time.
He won in St. Louis.
David
He finished
Gilbert,
second.
and there is the rainbow.
Yep.
Cool shot of the rainbow, too.
We have seen it all. Amanda standing by with our winner.
You can see Corey Heim being
it was raining,
congratulated
yeah. They
by
stopped it
his
twice.
team
Woohoo! 200. Thanks, guys.
as he heads over to grab that checkered
Heim time for
flag that
Heim
he
time.
earned here on that restart and to the domination that he had here during that race. You'll go back to the start of the race.
Thank you
And we
guys
talked
so
to Scott
much.
Zipadelli
The finger.
right
He
after
went
the start
second.
about Corey Heim and the trust that he has for this driver. The battles that he had on track with Christian Eckes today. And boy, do we get to see that for the rest of the season.
Heim and Eckes going to be beast down the road.
Corey, it is your 5th win on the season. After the start of this race, we talked to your crew chief, and he told us the trust that he has in you as a driver. In Nashville, you told me that you are the guy this season. Where does this innate trust come from, Corey?
I think Scott, right from the very beginning, Scott and I, rather, we've had such a close bond, and he just does such a phenomenal job giving me fast Safe Flight Tundra Charity Pros every week. Right. And this week wasn't any different. This thing was badass. Got a badass crew, badass truck week in and week out, and just so proud of these guys. Can't say enough about them. 5 wins.
He was a finger short first,
in a single season, but here we are, and we got many more to go, so I'm pumped. It's awesome.
Does this put to peace last season?
No, not at all. I mean, you go to win every race, and I don't know. I mean, just looking back at last season, we could have a lot more potential, but we're focused on 2024. We got all the potential in the world right now, so huge thank you to Safe Flight, Toyota Racing, Tricon Garage, just such a phenomenal day for us.
The rain is falling, and Corey Heim is your winner here at Pocono. Josh?
Grant Enfinger comes home second today. We heard you come over the radio, tell the team you have a plan. Let's see if it works out. What was that plan going into that final restart?
Man, I just felt like the outside row would stay organized, and I was counting on the bottom row getting unorganized to where we could clear him, halfway down the front straightaway there, and maybe I could have made a move on Corey. I still feel like that was probably my best play. Just didn't fan out very well. Ross did a great job of pushing Christian. They did a great job keeping that bottom lane connected, and we just didn't have enough to clear them before we went into turn 1.
Thank you, Carl. We'll see you tomorrow
afternoon. Overall, still very, very proud
Have a
of
good
this
Saturday.
Everybody at CR7 Motorsports has done a really, really good job. This is a really great truck, best truck I've had here. Wish we could have pulled it off, but I feel like from an execution standpoint, pit road, restarts, just setup, unloading, everything went well today. We still got ways to improve, and we still got small details to work on, but very happy about where things are going moving into the playoffs.
Runner-up finish for Grant Enfinger here at Pocono. We're going to walk over here and check in with Christian Eckes. And Christian, talk to me about that final restart and that save, because things could have got a lot worse than a third-place finish on you for the day.
Yeah, that didn't go very well. Yeah, I think I was coming up a little bit to. Never mind, I wasn't coming up. It was just bad push, I guess. But yeah, proud of the team effort. We were 17th or so on that one restart and came back to finish third. So proud of everybody. Thanks to Napa Auto Care, Gates, everybody involved on IRP.
Keeping that top 10 streak going for Christian Eckes.
Enfinger sounds like Bert from Sesame Street.
Yeah, valiant effort by him, gave it his all the way down to the final restart.
Yeah, don't you love it? On to IRP.
We talked about how close it was, 14-point gap below the cut line. Now only 1 point. Daniel Dye is able to parlay those great stage finishes.
Daniel Dye in the
to get
playoffs
himself
now.
above the cut line by
Today.
1 point. You see Stuart Friesen now only 4 points behind.
He
What
finished
a battle we have
16th,
with 2 to go.
but he's in the playoffs now.
Can't believe we're already down to 2 races to go, both short tracks. And then the Truck Series will move into the playoffs in August. Trucks and ARCA Racing coming up next weekend from Indianapolis Raceway Park.
All right, so that'll do it for the Craftsman Truck Series race. Let's look at the lineup here. Corey Heim wins. I predicted Corey Heim to win in our preview vlog. Yay, that's one down. Grant Enfinger, last year, Nashville's pole setter, he finishes second. Eckes finishes third. That last restart, the Watermelon Man was pushing Eckes so hard that he almost spun him out and wrecked the whole field. But what a save by Eckes. Taylor Gray finishes 14th. Ross Chastain 5th. Let's see. Chase Purdy finishes 6th. Stuart Friesen 7th. Matt Crafton, what a finish there for him. Top 10. Dean Thompson 9. Raj Caruth finishes a top 10 after spinning earlier in the race. Matt Mills as well 11th. Brent Holmes 12th. Nick Sanchez, my dark horse, 13th. Tyler Ingram 14th. Connor Mozak 15th in that 7 Spire truck. Daniel Dye, what a great day for him with points wise. He finishes 16th. Bailey Curley 17th. Ben Rhodes 18th. Tanner Gray 19th. Zane Smith, well, top 20 for him after having some issues on pit road. Jake Garcia on 21st. Luke Fernhouse is how I remember Bronny saying, I think. I remember Timmy Hill 23rd. Mason Massey 24th. 25th, Ty Dillon doing Ty Dillon things in 25th. Chris Wright in that great paint job in 26th. Mason Maggio 27th. Justin Carroll in 28th. Thad Moffitt 29th. And there's your lap down cars. Ty Majeski. And then Spencer Boyd finishes last. So there is all your stuff. All right, so let's go to the main page here. And I hope everybody had a great race today. I hope you enjoyed everybody early race, and a lot of people filled in after that. We thank you so much for everything. But congratulations, Corey Heim. 1 down of 3. Let's see if Chandler Smith and Denny Hamlin make me a perfect 3 for 3. If so, I'm going to play the lottery. But I want to thank everybody for subscribing here. Sid Car Systems, Debbie, who else subscribed here today? Ronnie West became a member. Thank you, Ronnie. BMT subscribed, and all our private subscribers, we appreciate you. So coming up here in about an hour and 20 minutes, we're going to be doing Atlanta Braves baseball with the San Diego Padres in San Diego. 3D baseball presentation. If you haven't seen it before, make sure you check us out. It's also in the pinned message. If you don't want to go anywhere, just hang tight. We're going to transport you from Pocono all the way over to San Diego, California. Just hang right here in this stream and it will take you straight there. I know it's an hour and a half, but just kind of go do things, kind of hang out. Hit the like button for it if you don't want to hang out and wait for us. But make sure your notification bells are on. Tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, we'll be live here on our channel for NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying, and then we'll be doing the flag-to-flag coverage of the Explore the Pocono Mountains 225. So hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. We'll see you tomorrow for some more NASCAR racing. And if you like baseball, come say hi and say hello. So I want to thank my lovely wife, Spain, for doing all the lovely wife things that she always does. I love you. And I want to thank my mods for always hanging out here, no matter what, if they like baseball or racing or basketball or whatever, Disney streams, whatever we do. You guys are always there. I want to thank you for that. I want to thank my members for giving their hard-earned money back to the channel. We appreciate you. You help the channel greatly. And then I want to thank you guys for watching. Just sitting here watching helps the channel tremendously. You guys subscribing and hitting that like button and commenting in the chat, it helps the algorithm and it pushes us out like crazy. So thank you guys again. So we'll see you guys in about an hour and a half for some baseball. If not, we'll see you tomorrow for some practice and qualifying for the NASCAR Cup Series at Pocono. Until then, my name is CeeLo. Love you guys. Peace out. Congratulations, Corey Heim. Let's go. It's Heim time. Tomorrow, Chandler Smith, and then Sunday, Denny Hamlin. Let's go, and let's have some fun. Peace out.
Hey!